I didn't know the sniper wolf and I guess it's sausage, whatever. Like the guy that she was married to, that she started ripping off. I didn't know that that whole like court case was still going. Like they haven't resolved it. Yeah, like they've both been.
I don't think the divorce is final either. I
Yeah,
think it's
no.
kind of tied together, but separate
Yeah, the
or
divorce is still
something.
going. The business stuff is still going. There may be other people getting added to the case later.
Oh
But it was
yeah, the
like,
fucking
holy
John Doe's
shit,
1 through 20.
the business stuff is still
John
going.
Doe's 1 through 20. Well, I guess that's standard though. I guess just they'll put like a certain amount. Like okay, there's definitely not more than 20 or whatever. Because
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard
yeah.
ones
I
that's
think
like
it's
John
one of
Doe's
those
one
things of
through
like we
50.
suspect there are other people involved, so we want to make sure we have the ability to
Yeah,
add them later
a little
without
bit of
having to go
leeway.
through like a whole bunch worse or like file a whole new lawsuit or whatever. You know, like all sorts of other. I'm sure it gets real
Yeah,
convoluted at a
uh,
certain point because our laws are fucking retarded.
yeah, especially yeah after they go through like the discovery phase or whatever. That's probably release some people that like oh okay all right. Let's see what this
Yes.
person has to say and this person.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it just keeps getting weirder.
I get it.
Oh.
Dude, the Mad Catster guy, doesn't he look like a fucking like the whole setup and the way he's dressed? Does he not look like a fucking like a cartoon villain?
Yes.
That's completely unrelated
Yeah,
to
yeah, no, no,
everything,
you're
but
right. With all the cats and stuff too, especially.
yeah, he's
And
got
then
like the big portrait behind him, and he's at the desk with the hat and like the Hawaiian shirt or whatever.
like it seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he should be the villain in some sort of Louisiana based like thing. Like he would be
Mm,
going up against
yeah,
Gambit or something. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. He should be sipping like a mint julep while he's
yes.
doing that, stroking the cat,
Sitting
maybe
on
a
like the
cigar.
porch, the veranda of his plantation of some kind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like him a lot though, dude, because he's
With
just
just like
like
an
an
army
effeminate
of
gay guy.
cats.
Yeah,
An army of
yeah, he's
cats
really
doing
just
his bidding. Hello, who's this?
yeah, he's
It's
essentially just
Shema.
a effeminate gay guy, and he happens to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh hey, so much. You're here early this time. Welcome.
Buenos
Apparently,
dias.
apparently. Yeah, yeah. How's the life? How's it going?
It's going. It's going. It's going.
You still haven't burnt down?
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How
Samaj,
is
have
the
you ever
fires?
heard of tomorrow's teachings today?
Yes, I've heard of
It's
Alex
just an
Jones.
awesome case.
They are amazing. I rewatched the first two episodes of White Kid Shamed for His Small Wiener.
All right, yeah.
In
You know,
anticipation of the third
real
part
quick.
coming out tomorrow. Oh, go ahead.
Real
Sorry.
quick, Samaj, you know who Darman is, yes?
No.
You don't know who Darman is? Like the one that does the weird moralistic. Here's the moral of this story. This person thought this, and they were mean and bad, and this person turned out to be rich, or whatever the fuck it is. So they do like these moralistic type videos, which are like Darman's are relatively tame, but kind of over the top. But it spawned a bunch of fucking copycat ones that come up with these crazy fucking over the top, like absurd scenarios with these odd fucking morality lessons at the end of them. But anyways, tomorrow's teachings is essentially a parody of all of that, like just even more ridiculous, but on purpose.
Hmm.
So just giving you a background of that. Sorry, Stabby. I just wanted to give him some background.
Oh, it's on purpose. I didn't know. I
Yeah,
just
that
watched the
one.
videos and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but this is insane and they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No, it's possible that it's not on purpose, but that one because there are other ones that are pretty much like almost that absurd that are not on purpose. But I'm dude, that one has to be. The more of that videos you watch, you're like, okay, no, this is like there is a bit of plausible deniability because again, all of them are so fucking
Like the
absurd.
part where the kid is being pushed up against the wall in his high school by his basketball coach and some other student who's threatening him with a gun, and they make him show them his dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that
like,
was some
okay,
weird
whatever you
shit.
think is gonna happen, Yeah, anything that you think is possible that's going to happen in these things is never what ends up happening. It's always crazier than what you're expecting.
Yeah, so what was
No
it,
matter how
the
fucking
second
crazy.
one where the tutor is trying to rape the autistic kid, and the mom comes home, rips off her jacket, and is wearing a bomb and blows everyone up?
Holy shit.
Like that
I haven't
was
seen that, dude.
that's the second one. Okay, if you've never watched the first, guy gets made fun of for having a small wiener. This guy gets made fun of by his girlfriend because she's watching a video where some famous streamer online apparently had his dick out or something, and she's like, oh my god, it's massive, let me measure yours. And then he pulls it out and she's like, oh, I can't do anything with this, it's like 2 inches, you fucking loser, and leaves. And then he gets beat up by, or he gets picked on by his coach and some student who has a gun, and they make him show him his penis. And the coach then takes a picture and posts it online, and everybody's making fun of his small dick. And then he decides he's going to go kill himself, so he's going to jump off a bridge. And the coach shows up and talks him down, and admits that the coach is like, oh, I also have a small wiener. Small wiener, bros forever. And they're like, yeah. And the guy says, this is a valuable lesson of not making fun of people. And then the girlfriend shows up, and she's like, you got a small dick. And then the coach throws her off the bridge. Because, that's what happens. And then the coach and the guy start making out. Because, that's how that would normally work.
Dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
With the kid fell off the bridge while making out with the coach and got brain damage and became autistic. Really, really autistic. I'm not sure they understand what autism is. But he's in a wheelchair making funny noises and twitching and stuff. And there's like a tutor that shows up, and then the tutor's like getting all weird and wants to rape him, like some tutor guy. And then mom shows up and blows them both up with herself because she was apparently a terrorist. Because she was from Iran, and that's how that works. If you're from Iran, you're a terrorist in that series.
Yeah, literally every single citizen of Iran is a terrorist. That's a known fact.
According to that series, it's 100. That's exactly how the Tomorrow's Teachings portrays it, actually. And then he wakes up again. Our hero with the small dick wakes up in a hotel room next to a hospital because the hospital is too full because there's a bunch of Karens running around attacking and killing Mexicans. Which is a different video series that they've connected now, so it's apparently all in the same world now. Now you know.
Oh wow! So it's like a Little Big series where all the videos end up syncing up again to the big fat guy dancing.
Apparently, they're all in the same world, all the different videos, because there's a lot of their videos. They make a ton of videos. But it turns out this nurse comes in and she's trying to bang the guy because that's how nurses work. And it turns out somehow because of the bomb, his penis was bitten off. And they gave him a vagina. And then it cuts after he gets out of the hospital to him in detention. And one of the the doctor comes into the detention and says, hey, here's your vaginal cream. You don't want your vagina to swell and close up, so you have to apply your vaginal cream right after this class. You can't forget it again. And then leaves. So, of course, the teacher running the detention and all the students are like, hey, you got a mangina. Get up to the front of the class and take your pants off. Because, that's normally how it works in high school. Your teacher is like, hey, I'm going to have you pull your pants down in front of the class.
Yeah, no, it's very common. As common as your doctor just walking in and yelling that at you and fucking leave.
So they all make fun of him and pictures are taken. The guy that was the kid that was with the coach in the first episode is in there now. He was the one that had the gun with the coach, and they made him show his dick. He took the picture of the small dick in the first one too, and then he took a picture of the mangina in the second one. So there's a lot of continuity here. They're bringing back characters occasionally.
Nice.
Which is really obviously very good writing. And then it cuts to him just sitting there crying. And some girl shows up and she's like, hey, let's go hang out at your house or something. And he confesses to her that he's in love with her. And she's like, oh, but, And he's like, but now I have a vagina, so there's nothing we can even do. And she's like, but that's okay because I have a penis. So, and then it cuts to like an end like dialogue where they're like a narrator. They're just is like, and so something. The beginning of their journey toward parenthood begins. So I can't wait for the third one because apparently she gets him pregnant.
The guy who had his tiny penis, cut off and fashioned into a vagina.
That's totally how that works. He would totally build
a
baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
no,
Spider-Man and Elsa and Sonic and all those other weird Rule 34 people that they get pregnant all the time.
Yeah, because you find penis fashioned into a vagina magically makes you sprout like fallopian tubes and ovaries and all that shit too. Apparently,
it's very good.
Yeah, surgery. That's how it works.
He's really bad at medical privacy, but he's very good at surgery. It's a trade-off.
Yeah, HIPAA laws, they mean nothing to him.
I'd completely forgotten about that channel because there's only so many you can watch in a row before you just start to kind of like be like, I just can't anymore.
Yeah, no, that one, it's there are arguments in every comment section that I've seen about whether it's actually real or if he's parodying. And I don't know, I've watched enough of them that I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. This guy is clearly fucking.
There's no way they don't know that they're making ridiculous.
Yeah,
content.
How ridiculous. Yeah, but the thing is, like, it should be no question, right? Like, it should be absolutely no question that it's parody, right? You agree with that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody would really doubt they know that they're making a parody.
Yeah, no, there are, though. And the reason for that is because there are a lot of them out of the Diamond clones are almost that fucking absurd. That's the reason why there's even any question about it. Because there are ones that are not parodies that are almost that fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen some of the Christian ones. And then what was that? There's that Jewish one, the Fiver or whatever, Fievel, where it's like the guy in a $5 bill costume.
Five-ish. Yeah. I'm the one that shared that with you.
Different like Jewish traditions and shit, and it's like a legit they made it to.
Yeah. It's like they. Yeah, it's the one I shared with the Comtown guys, like Nick Mullen and them were talking about it, where they point out like this is something that you would think would be put out by like Stormfront or like some kind of fucking alt-right Nazi fucking Jew-hating organization, and it's not. It's like an Orthodox Jew fucking like community or whatever production company that's putting out a fucking kids show where it's an anthropomorphic $5 bill. It's fucking insane, dude. Yeah, that shit's fucking hilarious, dude. I think Nick Mullen is mad. He's like, it sucks that I can't like enjoy this too much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, I don't want to like get accused of being like anti-Semitic or something. He's like, I didn't fucking do it. All right, it's not my fault that this exists, but it sucks that I can't fucking like enjoy this too much or something.
Oh,
but yeah, the fact that was made by fucking like an Orthodox Jewish fucking production company or whatever is fucking hilarious. Yeah. Samaj has got to be thinking, why the fuck did I show up this early, dude? I'm never making this fucking mistake again.
Just wait for you guys to get out of your system. It's all good. I have my cat on my lap. He's being affectionate. Like, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
All right. I'll post one of the 5-ish ones. So if you want to watch it later, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh, man.
But go ahead.
The internet is a wonderful place.
Yeah. I just got home not too long ago, so.
I got you.
Nice. Out working out, touching grass, risking it all on the.
A little bit of touching grass. Well, a few things came up. I figured, well, let's see here. It's after tomorrow, which is the last day of the month. Those tariffs are supposed to kick in here in Canada.
Oh,
so I figured,
that's not going to be fun.
Yeah, so if my money has any value, I better start buying some stuff and, get ready from there. But we'll see, or maybe it won't happen. I don't know. They haven't come into effect yet, so.
Yeah, there was talk of that with Colombia, some tariffs too.
That was hilarious.
Was it
that
not?
I
You can't do that. That's undignified. Tariffs, you say? How was it you use my plane?
yeah, exactly. Oh, they backtracked so fast.
Did you
It's
hear
like,
about that one, Daytwan?
Which one?
The Colombian president saying like, oh, you can't, just start sending people back to deporting them.
Oh yeah. That's fucking funny, dude.
Then
Like, all right, yeah,
will
we'll
be
slap
like,
some shit on you.
how about you put these nuts in your mouth? Huh? How about you gargle and smile while you're doing it?
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, damn.
He's back.
Can you fucking imagine like the audacity of being like, we're not gonna take back our citizens. You can't make us.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, we sent you all our criminals and homosexuals because we wanted them out of here. How dare you send them back?
Man, my buddies in Venezuela are definitely, I'm sure, not looking forward to that potential little problem there. Because Maduro started emptying the fucking prisons.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally emptying the prisons and sending them north. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So taking a book out of Castro's, taking a page out of Castro's book back in the day.
Yep.
Cuba.
Yeah, 100%. They were saying it's so safe you walk around waving money.
God damn.
Well, first of all, the money there is so fucking worthless that, any criminal that wanted to steal your money would need like a fucking truck.
Yeah, wheelbarrow.
You know what I mean? Like they're gonna have to be carrying a lot of it to make it worth stealing. And
it would be like Germany.
They're sending them all to fucking America, the U.S.
Yeah, like Germany after World War I.
Yep.
When they had to pay all the debts, so they just started printing money like crazy. So there are literally pictures of people with like wheelbarrows full of fucking money to buy a fucking loaf of bread.
Quite that far, but yeah, it's pretty close, man. It's just kind of, but that's just sort of how communism works. Like I don't think that necessarily was just the printing of the money because they were going socialist as well. It's like they compound the whole problem with normal after war, like, because like you would normally expect them to be, bad but not destitute because they were winning pretty hard mostly. More of the time than they were losing.
Let's see if I can actually find a picture of that. Let's see, German. One. Inflation. Can that be enough to get it? I'm going to make sure I didn't just imagine that because I haven't seen that in forever.
I've seen pictures of that before. I don't know, like, where you would find them.
Okay, so I'm not imagining it. Okay.
There's kind of like a lot of fucking attempts at memory holing the internet. Like there's all sorts of stuff that gets like deleted now off of the internet. Or just like buried behind algorithms so you can't find it.
I remember because
search engines, like it's almost impossible to search for videos that aren't all YouTube videos now. Like anywhere you go, it's just like unless you go to that website and search on it, like whatever.
Well, it depends on which search engine you're using. If it's Google, then they want you to use a Google.
But I mean, like how many?
player.
But all the search engines are powered by Google now. It seems like.
Oh yeah, and
like
some
DuckDuckGo, you got Yandex, you got Bing. They're all basically. I mean, Bing is controlled by Microsoft, but that might as well be Google as well. Honestly,
that was the other controversy with Bing recently because they found out that they're basically using Google.
Yeah,
that's how Bing operates.
The search engine is essentially the same thing. Yeah, a lot of places, even if they aren't Google, are running basically a ripoff of Google. But like recently, it's like I can't like if I want to see a video, like if I wanted to see a video that might be on Rumble or something, right? Or any of the other streaming sites that are out there, whatever, like whichever ones. Like you can't do a Google video search and not just go through pages and pages of YouTube videos now. Like there's no other options, even if that's not remotely like where you would find that information or whatever. It's weird.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
And you
Google
can't even
spends a lot.
like opt the YouTube out. Like you can't, like you put minus YouTube in the search engine and it still shows you nothing but YouTube. So it doesn't filter your searches properly either.
Well, the other problem is that the number one video platform is still YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So it can't be helped. Although, granted, I mean, give it some time. I know that people are starting to use X more because now the video playback or the video feature in there. So you can probably use X pretty soon to start doing YouTube videos. I know people are already starting to use it for live stream.
Oh, interesting, smart. Because like, unless the TOS is actually reasonable, so you can
heck,
say things like, like there's certain words you're not supposed to say on YouTube at all, and you can actually.
Yep, you can actually say it on
X. like a fucking infant,
That's right. So if you wanted to, you can start doing that. In fact, if you want, you can start doing live streams on X too. So right now it's just voice live streams, similar to what we're already doing. It's just that you're playing a video game in the background.
Yeah.
You could just do this and then set it up to be open so people can join in. So if you wanted to, it could be more than just the three of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that may be a better thing to do, because the other thing is like YouTube's algorithm probably isn't going to be promoting you. So it's
whereas X might actually just be popular based on what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so you might as well.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I was on one recently when we were talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance or something, whatever that new Kingdom Come game. I didn't know what it was. I was just randomly invited by people I know, so I thought, I'll pop in there. It's okay.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be checking that out. You know what? I haven't been on Twitter since well before Elon owned it. Like, just because it was so. Like, I got banned from it, obviously, for saying, naughty words or something. But what was weird was it was so nice not being on it. I was like happier not being on Twitter than I was being on Twitter. So I never went back. Yeah. But maybe now that you can actually say what you want to say. Like talk like a normal grown adult and use all the words and everything. Like that would be pretty nice.
Dude, it was so long ago that I used Twitter. It was back when Sargon of Akkad got kicked off for some relatively minor thing, talking shit about some lefties thing, right? Because I remember I literally copied his tweet exactly, like weird capitalizations, punctuations, and all that shit. And I got no ban. It was weird.
Wait, you got banned for saying something, like literally just copy pasting something that was totally fine?
No, I didn't get banned.
Oh, okay.
I did exactly what he did. I you know what I mean? I essentially copied his tweet exactly. And after he got banned, just to see, and nothing happened.
Oh, weird.
So
that's just like every social media at this point right now, being run by like people that are real shady.
Yeah, but that's how long ago it was. I had not recognized that Sargon of Akkad was, kind of full of shit. Which is, it was a very long time ago.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sargon of Akkad is weird. I haven't watched this stuff in a long time.
Indeed. Nowadays, I'm obsessed with Destiny's alleged downfall.
I don't think he's gonna do much, man. Like, I think he's probably got an audience that's probably a fairly large percentage of pedophiles as it is anyway.
Yeah, well,
I doubt they give a shit about him fucking around on his wife and exposing people.
Yeah, no, I think he actually is losing a pretty significant chunk, but it's not like fucking, like even a quarter probably of the people that are still like supporting him or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure he's taking a financial hit.
Really,
it's not that big.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Steven Crowder with the whole fucking, with him and his wife or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure he took a big fucking hit, but I'm sure he's still clearing 8 figures a year.
Oh, I'm sure
easily.
Right? He's definitely making tons of money.
Yeah, like instead of making 50 million a year, he's making 35 or something. Like, you know what I mean? He's still
Yeah.
fucking, he's fine. Yeah, so Destiny, yeah, from that standpoint, yeah, I don't, yeah, I've been trying to tell people that the whole fucking time. I'm like, they were still following at this point. You know what I mean? Like after all the fucked up shit he's done, like saying the shit about the firefighter dying at the Trump rally, like laughing at that guy and mocking him, whatever, on Piers Morgan
Wait,
show.
really?
Um,
Oh, that's
yeah,
super
you don't
dark,
remember
man. Why
that?
are you gonna laugh at people
Oh yeah,
dying? Like that
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
happened
That's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
somewhere. Like that's not.
Yeah, yeah. No, he literally said like, yeah, no. If one of my followers was a Trump fan and he got shot in a rally, I'd come in here and make fun of him too. Like, yeah, he said fucking fucked up shit like that, dude. And I'm like, if everybody, and again, he's always been a fucking horrible, like, you know what I mean? As far back as you want to go, he's always been a fucking shitty person.
Oh yeah, I don't
So yeah,
pay much
to
attention to
think,
people like that. To be fair.
yeah, no, I don't either, dude. But I fucking hear about it. But yeah, I mean, he's always been a fucking scumbag in person. But yeah, there literally are like fans of his that are like, he's too important to the left. He's too important to the movement. And I'm like, for what?
No,
like,
see,
why?
I prefer the point
fucking...
of view of like, there's nobody who's too important to be.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's a ridiculous rationalization.
From your side if they're immoral or evil or something.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, there's a decent amount. That's why I posted like the ABBA one, because that guy from ABBA and Preach. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I barely know them. From what I understand, they're like a leftist version of like Fresh and Fit, and I don't know much about Fresh and Fit either. But anyways, yeah, that guy ABBA like disowned him, which is fucking huge. Because the people like he was doing shows with were still supporting him. The fucking not so erudite and some guy named Dan Saltman. Erudite is actually, I think, finally bailing on. But that Dan Saltman guy, there are two people that he does shows with. So that quite clearly never made it on their own and wouldn't make it because they're just not interesting enough or whatever. So yeah, I understand why they're doing it. It's still fucking scummy as fuck. But they both kind of know, like, they're nobody. You know, they're not going to make a fucking living on the internet other than through him.
Oh yeah.
Like, I wouldn't fucking do it in a million years, but I kind of get it, I guess. Plus, Erudite's Canadian, and she can get fucking deported. Like, she's here on a work visa. So, yeah. But even she, actually, it looks like she actually might be bailing. Although, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. So far, all she's done is unfollow him from Twitter, as far as I know. But yeah, no, there's fans of his that are literally saying that shit. Or like that it's not that bad. Like, what he did wasn't bad. And they're like, all right.
Isn't it
okay,
like,
so the first girl...
It gets me, like, the taking videos of people without their knowledge and then giving those videos to other people without their consent. It's like, that's about as bad as it gets from their point of view, like their perspective. I mean, it's any reasonable person would tell you that's absolutely inappropriate, but like...
Yeah. All right, now the first one, just to be clear, the first one, the girl Pixie, from what I've heard, she actually was okay with him recording it.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them were. Yeah, no, that's not a surprise.
Yeah. So that one, she said, from what I understand, she was okay with him recording it, but never gave him consent to, let anyone else see it or send it to anyone. And obviously, he sent it to this other person that allegedly got hacked.
I believe she said in one of the DMs that she showed or whatever. And so who knows, what's real and what's not when it comes to that kind of stuff? Because we're talking about some pretty fucking immoral people.
Yeah, that one's not that clear.
She directly said, like, sure, you can keep that, just don't show it to anybody.
Yeah,
so,
she
like,
actually
explicitly said,
that's
like,
fucking awesome.
Show that to anybody or something like that.
So that happened, and then the other one was some girl named Cherry, where it's not video, but it's audio. It's fucking
Pixie and
Destiny is a stripper name too. Not sure why I went with that, but
in there. There's got to be like a candy and a city spelled with an I, and then
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
yeah.
god.
Like I said, Destiny is a pretty strippery sounding name too for him. So,
Actually, it's
um,
Destiny would be a stripper name. Yeah, like he's got a female stripper name.
yeah, he should
Like,
go black, transracial, and be a trans woman and transracial and be a black stripper.
isn't there a
Be
bunch of
kind of
stuff with
perfect.
like him blowing other people or something that came out or something?
Yeah, one of them, people are saying that it might be Nick Fuentes because Fuentes definitely hung out with him, and
I don't know
Fuentes
who
is
that is.
most likely
Sounds
gay.
familiar.
You
Like
don't
I've
know
heard
who
his
Nick?
name.
You don't know who Nick Fuentes is?
I've probably heard his name and I just forgotten him because like I genuinely
The
like at a
America
certain
First
point
guy.
I just like erase people from my memory because I'm like whatever.
Yeah, he seems to be. He's like a popular commentator guy.
Okay.
I think he's only on Kick. He's one of the ones that's only Kick at this point. Like that's the only platform that'll still have him. I think, or
Wow.
maybe he has his own. But
You really
anyways,
have to push the fucking buttons to get kicked off of almost every platform, man.
yeah, he's just an obnoxious fucking. Yeah, he sucks too. But yeah, apparently, yeah. Well, I don't know that it's been confirmed, although I've heard some people say it is. But yeah, that Destiny was blowing him. They definitely hung out in person, and Nick seems to be a closeted gay guy. Because I remember a few years back, there was a video of him where he was hanging out with some dude that had like the cat ears thing, and it looked incredibly gay. Like they were just hanging out and like fucking playing video games, but the way they're kind of looking at each other, like I think these two are fucking.
Oh,
Like it was
weird.
really odd. So yeah, but he's never come out with it because obviously he's a right wing fucking. You know what I mean? There's no way he can come out as gay or whatever. I guess it would be too much of a hit to his fucking fan base or something. You wouldn't think so nowadays. But anyways, um, yeah, that hasn't been confirmed. But yeah, no, Destiny definitely will fuck anything. Man, woman, attractive, not attractive, apparently.
Animal, maybe.
Um, yeah, it wouldn't be surprising at all. Yeah, he does seem to be a complete degenerate. Um, yeah, and the girls that I've seen, I'm like, these girls are not even. They're like fucking mid at best. Like they're not fucking hot. I was just like,
Oh,
geez, you can't.
being on like a platform or something where you like you have your face out there on like a streaming thing or like that is hot. That is catnip to women too, especially to like sluts.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
But I would have
they
thought he could
fucking
do
go for that.
better.
It's like the new rock star, honestly. Where it's just like
Yeah, oh
you
yeah,
get tons
yeah.
of people, man.
No, I was more talking about. I would have expected him to be able to do better than these average
You're
looking
talking about
women.
that. Never mind, my bad. Okay, I thought you were talking about like that he was getting so many or whatever.
Yeah, no, I would expect him to get hot women. As much popularity as fame. Definitely, he's fucking. I'm sure he's a multi millionaire.
Oh, maybe
I'm
it's
sure
like
he's made a
what they'll
bunch of
do
money.
thing.
Oh yeah, that probably is a big part of it. Yeah. Because apparently it was the girl that he had sent the shit to. The reason he had sent Pixie's thing or whatever is because she was asking about blowjob videos. He's like, I don't think I have about. Like, oh wait, no, here's this one. She was like 19 at the time. She wasn't really that good at it. Here, take this video.
Oh
So yeah,
yeah.
apparently, dude, there's no way he hasn't done this to a and sent this kind of shit to a ton of girls, right? Like that's insanely unlikely, in my opinion. Like it's not just these few people,
Oh
these
yeah,
few
yeah, yeah.
chicks. Yeah, so I'm expecting more and more to come out. I think there's been like 3 or 4 already. Um, I think his ex-wife has essentially alluded to the fact that he, didn't have permission to send any of her shit out, and that has obviously happened. He's the one that also remember like a month ago the shit came out. The DMs he had sent this. I don't know if it was the same bitch, but he sent some chick all of his DMs with Lauren Southern
Wow.
from years ago. Yeah, yeah, and I'm like, how the fuck? Like I don't know. It just made me feel really good about the fact that back in the day I could get easily laid when I was making like minimum wage or even not have a job.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like Destiny's super famous, super rich, and he's having to fucking send this shit to girls to try to fucking riz them up.
Well, he's
Yeah, I
going
don't know.
for you. You probably went for people that were in your like normal age bracket.
Yeah.
Cause
Oh yeah,
he's,
yeah.
he's
That is.
like
Yeah, that's
36,
true.
37, somewhere in that range, and he's going after 19-year-olds. You know,
Yeah.
like there's a lot
Yeah.
of 19-year-olds who are super hot who are going like, that's a little weird, bro.
Dude,
And
this
it
is, you know
is. It's
what's
a little
really funny about
fucking
that,
like, dude, you're 37 going after a 19-year-old. That's a little
dude,
fucking extreme.
dude, dude. What's really funny about that is there is a clip of Destiny when he was 29, talking about how like, yeah, I wouldn't have anything in 19-year-old might as well 15-year-old or whatever. Like I have nothing in common with either one of them. And then like it turned, basically the entire time that's when like his main fucking age bracket he's been going after all these years. So yeah,
Oh
there's literally a
God.
clip of him from like 8 years ago, like talking shit about how I wouldn't go after 19-year-olds. That's fucking weird.
You know, I suppose if you're not looking for a relationship and you're just trying to bang someone, I get it. You know what I mean? Like if that's all you were doing. I mean, if you can
Yeah,
hook up with somebody like that hot, why not? But
yeah, yeah. No, if there was a Hall of Fame for fucking Gooner Creek, yeah, he's fucking in there on the first ballot. Yeah, he apparently has, just an insatiable fucking libido.
yeah, because
So
like,
yeah, that's
yeah,
probably part of it.
that's
I need like
not
1,000
surprising.
partners. Like I need to be fucking all the time. Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, because I gotta imagine him growing up and hearing the little parts I've heard about his childhood. Yeah, he's got to be a fucking mess, like mentally. Yeah, he's got issues, man. So
Yeah.
fucking not surprising in the least, dude. He's looking
That's
for
that's the case for a lot
validation.
of like really famous people. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah, there's something. Yeah, well, artists too. Like they're usually have gone through a bunch of fucked up shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they're usually
honestly I'm trying to
tortured
think. Is
people.
there anybody I've seen like one or two people who are in the
It's
entertainment
very
industry
rare.
in general, maybe like one or two people I can think of
Yeah,
offhand who are not absolutely fucking bonkers.
yeah, like comedy especially. Like artists and comedians seem to be the ones, and writers, I guess, would be kind of lumped into there. Yeah,
Yeah,
those groups especially seem to be. Yeah, they're fucked in the head. There's
I got.
something about that makes them make brilliant fucking art or brilliant comedy or brilliant writing or whatever.
I put up a posted a little quick video of Timothy Oliphant in an interview talking about Jim Carrey's Andy Kaufman documentary Man on the Moon.
All right.
And
Jesus, that was disturbing.
he was saying, you know, I understand that Jim was in character like the whole time for like he was on the set and would do all sorts of
Yeah.
like wacky, really fucked up stuff. And he's like, so I was
Yeah, you mean
watching
like
the movie in character, and my character didn't like it. He felt it was a little pretentious.
yeah, no, dude, you remember the clip? I know you've seen it. I think we've talked about it. The one where he's in character as Tony Orlando,
Oh yeah,
Kaufman's alter ego, and he's psychoanalyzing Jim Carrey.
yes. Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
Dude, it's so fucking weird, dude. It's so off-putting.
I watched that
Yeah.
whole documentary on that thing, man. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking great and awful and just fantastic and
If
weird.
I remember correctly, he called Andy Kaufman's parents in character as Andy Kaufman.
Oh, wow, I don't remember that. But holy
I'm pretty sure
fuck,
there was a
that's
thing
insane.
about
I
that
think
in
he did it
the.
in
Let me look
person,
that up
actually.
on the Google real quick, because I
I
might
think
be
he might have done it
misremembering
in
that.
person with them. I think it might have been worse than that. I think he might have been had them on set and did it in person with them. Maybe I may be misremembering that, but he definitely interacted with his parents, with their Kaufman's parents as Andy Kaufman. That I'm 99% sure that's accurate.
You know what was it?
Yeah, whether it was over the phone or if it was in person. I mean, it's fucking creepy either way. But Jesus, yeah, if he did it like in person, like when he's on set or something, fuck, that's got to be bizarre. I can't, dude. Just I would feel bad. Like I don't know. Did the parents like appreciate that, or were they as creeped out as
I
I feel
can't
like I
see
would have
any
been?
references to it. But the Man on the Moon was in 1999, so like I'm not surprised there's not a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was about
information
25
about
years
that. But
ago.
I think you're
Yeah.
right. He either met with them or called them and talked to them as Andy Kaufman, which is absolutely
Yeah, either way, it's
insane
bad.
in the most glorious way. Like, it's terrible. It's a
Yeah.
terrible thing to
What is
do,
the
but it was
option?
just like, wow.
Yeah. Jesus, dude. Yeah, that was a fucking mess. I wonder, was that kind of the start of Jim Carrey? Because he did kind of lose his mind for a very long time. Not sure he's found it, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I
Since,
saw some stuff where he was talking about how hung up he was on. Who are those guys that did the thumbs up and thumbs down? They were like two guys, and they were like the film critics for a very long time in like the 80s and 90s.
Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah, he was super super hung up on their opinion. Like they canned one of his films, and he apparently like saw their review and was like, "Oh, I'm fucking the worst. I'm terrible. I don't. My career's over," kind of thing. So like, that's not the kind of like
Yeah, what the fuck
response
did he
you
think they
want
were?
from somebody in that industry, because you got to have thicker
Yeah,
skin than that. You got to be able to be like, I'm going out and doing something I love. I'm making money doing it. Some of them are gonna
yeah,
hit, some of them are gonna miss, and I just gotta keep doing my best regardless. Like that's what you
yeah,
need
yeah,
is like you got to be a lot more thick-skinned than that. You got to be able to take that criticism, and you also
yeah,
should be able
yeah.
to read through that and say like, what did they say I did wrong, and can I change and improve on that too? Because like you're gonna fail at
Yeah,
stuff sooner or later.
yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, and those out of those two, I mean, those guys. There's some. They're pretty uptight, like fucking. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be somebody that's gonna watch a fucking Kira movie and like it, like just on principle almost, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're like pretentious douchebag fucking film critics.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and they're not the ones out making films, so, and quite often,
Yeah, yeah,
not all film critics really mesh with their audiences. You know what I mean? Like, not all audiences are fans of the same things that film critics are.
yeah,
So, there's a lot of times when, like, critics will pan stuff and the audiences absolutely love it. So, worrying
yeah.
about
No,
what critics
I love
say is, it's kind of like worrying about what the weatherman says. Like, yeah, they might be
yeah.
sort of in the ballpark, but until you get
Yeah,
there
they're gonna be off
and
on.
see for yourself, you're not gonna
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Dude, I still love the fucking The Mask and all that shit. I still fucking like those fucking movies.
Oh yeah, The Mask. I think Liar Liar is one of my all-time favorites. I love that movie. It's such a
Yeah,
fun and
yeah,
heartfelt like movie. But
yeah,
it's just how it is.
What happened?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, we were just
yeah.
talking about how wacky Jim Carrey got towards the end of his career. The whole
Oh,
like Andy Kaufman thing, like when he was like being Andy Kaufman on the set of that movie where he played Andy Kaufman.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I'm
two Andy
actually.
Kaufman's parents. Two Andy Kaufman's parents. That is so fucking weird.
Yeah, he got really strange when that movie when he was working on that movie. That was also around the time when he was like the height of his popularity, and they kept saying like he's that was back when everyone was kissing his ass, saying how great he was and everything. He went like completely nuts, and he realized something wasn't quite right towards the end of that. He's like, "What am I too up my own ass, if you will?" And the reason why I say this because like after that he stopped acting for years, and he was doing strange stuff like he was doing painting on the streets of New York City, riding on his bike, acting like a teenager or something. He just got fucking weird for that
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I really think playing Andy Kaufman fucked him up, man. Like that definitely happens to
Well,
Johnny
Andy
Depp and
Kaufman
Bill
had a lot
Murray.
of similar hang-ups to Jim Carrey, like not feeling like he was successful, and even though he's like at the height
Yeah,
of his game, feels like it's like it's not working out and everything like that. So I think it
yeah. Well, he wants
probably
like he's one of the people that literally wants needs everyone like to love him kind of thing, or
yeah.
like at least like him, or like
Yeah,
his work or
that's pretty
whatever.
common in Hollywood people, though. To be fair, like I'm sure it's
Yeah,
a lot more than
yeah.
just Jim Carrey or
But
like that.
yeah. But yeah, but I think I really I don't know sure, but I feel like that Kaufman role probably did kind of send him off the
Oh
deep
yeah,
end a bit. Like,
yeah.
but it
It
happened
was
to
dealing with all the same things he's dealing with, and
yeah,
that and Andy Kaufman killed himself, and so that makes it even more like fucking
right,
crazy. I'm sure.
yeah.
Oh, that
But
was at
like
the height. Yeah.
people that played Hunter S. Thompson, like Dapp and Murray and Depp, they kind of got engulfed in that kind of different way. Obviously,
Yep.
fine, not to the degree that Carrie kind of got engrossed in it. But yeah, there's certain characters that people play, or you know what I mean, that can fuck them up
Oh yeah.
in like in real life afterwards.
Like the guy with the small penis.
Right. That guy's gonna be typecast, poor kid, or whatever. Oh man.
Well, I don't know if you ever heard like Jim Carrey's current stuff when he's doing Sonic the Hedgehog and everything, and his feelings on Hollywood and then the movie industry.
Yeah, he's a little more based now, isn't he? Like he's kind of like he's still
He
pretty left wing, but he's kind of starting to see some of the cracks.
Well, yeah, he's calling things out, and he's talking about the Illuminati of all things, and that's part of the reason why they're saying he's gone completely nuts. But besides all that, it's like, yeah, no, he's calling Hollywood out. It's like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Oh yeah, he did that whole bit about the Illuminati on what was it, Jimmy Kimmel and stuff. That was pretty
Jimmy
fucking
Kimmel.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, where he did the weird triangle thing and like sticking his fucking tongue out through like the triangle, forming a triangle with his hand, doing that what was supposed to be the Elafinati or what he said, some weird shit like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, as he's coming out, walking out till you sit down. He did it like 3 fucking times. Oh fuck, dude! I gotta find that clip. It's fucking amazing. Because yeah, he's like, yeah, you're in with them, right, Jimmy? You're in the Elafinati or whatever. Yeah, it was a pretty uncomfortable thing, but pretty fucking funny to watch.
Yeah, that was. I enjoyed it mostly because Jimmy Kimmel looked incredibly uncomfortable. Like he looked like, why is my life become this misery? Like just like, well, I thought I was gonna have a normal little interview with Jim Carrey, people have a couple laughs. Now I'm just dealing with this, whatever this shit is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fucking amazing.
you should be grateful.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. This one's got it right in the thumbnail. Exactly what I was talking. The fucking. Come on, goddammit.
Yeah, he should be grateful that Jim Carrey did that kind of stunt because that's the only thing anyone's talking about with him anymore.
Yeah.
The whole nighttime comedy skit with all the various different Jimmies and all that, like they're dead. The ratings are in the tank. They are not long for this world. The Colbert and all that.
I can't imagine why I would ever want to watch any of those shows. I mean,
Right. Yeah, and honestly, Jim Kimmel definitely sold out to a pretty fucking severe extent. Like it's pretty obvious. You know, the guy that did the Man Show to compared to what he is
you
now.
mean the guy that used to dress in blackface on his show?
Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine it and do the what did he do? He did the Carl Malone.
Carl Malone, yeah, he was Carl
impression,
Malone. He would
dude.
dress in blackface regularly on television.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
Has that ever been like? Has anybody ever said anything about that? Like, I would
dude,
pay
it's
so much
amazing
money
that
if
he
there
did
was
not
like a
catch
guest
shit
on
for
his
that.
show now, where he's like
Yeah, I don't know, I
live,
guess
and they
it's
were doing
only
like a live
politicians.
broadcast. If the guest would be like, "Hey, so what about that Carl Malone thing in 2000 and whenever when you were dressed in blackface on Comedy Central? What was that all about,
Dude.
man?"
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
dude,
because
that
I
was
think there's
fucking-
anything wrong with it, just because I think it'd be fucking
Yeah.
funny to watch.
Yeah,
him
no, it's,
squirm.
yeah, at the time, that wasn't an unacceptable thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it is nowadays.
Well, he wasn't doing it in
it was
a
fucking funny.
he wasn't doing it in a
Yeah, he
racial
was-
fashion. He was dressing like Carl Malone.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to make fun of just black people in general, you know.
Yeah, he was making fun of how country fucking Carl Malone is.
Yeah.
You know, a super wealthy fucking Hall of Fame basketball player. Is super fun. You know, he's from like Louisiana. Country as fuck, dude. So yeah, he's making fun of that.
That was
Not
great.
that he's black. Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
Babes on Trampolines, man.
Right. Yeah.
That was the best part of that show at the end, where you like watch the hot chicks in bikinis jumping on trampolines.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
it was
or
just so
Fox,
ridiculous.
the guy that would just fucking instantly chug. Fucking
Oh yeah,
sings a
yeah, the
picture,
guy,
like a half
just whatever, and then he'd fucking down the beer in like one gulp.
Yeah, well, you do two of them back to dude. Yeah, and it wasn't like a shot. Like, it was a fucking two glasses of fucking beer.
Oh yeah, they were like 16-ounce glasses of beer. Yeah, no, they were fucking massive, dude.
Yeah, and just fucking in like a half a second each, dude. Just go.
What if the glasses had like an inner chamber and an outer chamber, and was like barely any actual beer in there? It just looked like it from the front. I mean, it's not, because you'd seen so many different angles. But I mean, that would have been funny if it came out.
Yeah,
like it came out later. He was faking it the whole time. He couldn't really drink that much beer.
Yeah, that's funny. That's literally
I've seen other people do that too, though, where they just drink like 16 ounces of whatever, like it's beer, soda, or milk or something for whatever challenge, and they just like down it real fast.
Yeah, Kimmel was amazed by it, though. That's like literally the reason he had him on the show. It turned out the guy was pretty fucking funny. But really the main reason Kimmel wanted him on there was just to chug those beers like that every episode. At least initially.
And that's, hey, that's 30 seconds of content on every half hour. You got it down. 30 seconds of content right there.
Yeah.
Girls jumping on trampolines. There's another like 3 minutes off of your half hour of content you got to make.
Yeah. Well, he would do shit on the show. He would have his songs he sings or whatever. Like what he.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was more than a one note character. I'm just saying, even if he was just a one note character, hey, that would have been
pretty impressive
needed for that.
Indeed. But yeah, and then fucking stayed fucking pretty true to his own self or whatever, and he still managed to do pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unfortunate that he felt the need to fucking Kimmel felt the need to sell out like he did. Like, you remember the one of my favorites from there, probably my favorite from the Man Show, was the one where he did the kind of, well, it wasn't quite Man on the Street, but they were out in public. The Help End Women's Suffrage sketch. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like nowadays people, like more people probably actually suffrage is the right to vote, but back then hardly anybody did.
Oh yeah.
So it was getting all kinds of women to fucking sign the Help End Women's Suffrage fucking what do you call it? God damn it, I can't think of the name. What the fuck are those called?
The suffragettes.
Petition?
Oh, petition. Yeah. Petition.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure about the word for some reason, but yeah, it was getting all the tons of these fucking women to sign up to the Help End Women's Suffrage petition.
Fun.
So yeah, dude, it's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah. Well, and I like that because people get mad at that sort of thing now, but the joke wasn't that women are stupid. It's just that everybody doesn't know what that fucking means anymore. Like, that word is just never used.
Yeah, it's not like it was a real petition that stopped women voting, right?
Yeah,
like
they weren't actually trying to do anything with it. They were just saying, like, it's funny that people are so uneducated.
Yeah. Yeah, the one lady's like, how come the women aren't out? Lazy.
I wonder how many people they found that did know, though. Because, like, obviously they're cutting into the ones that are funny. So it's going to be the ones that don't know.
They only showed one, I guess. There's probably more than that. But there was one that comes up to, like, suffrage is the women's right to vote. They're making... So it kind of ruined it there for that one person or whatever. But, yeah, so there's probably a few more instances of somebody coming up to ruin the bit. But the vast majority of people, especially back then, were unfamiliar with what suffrage was, and obviously thought it meant suffering. I don't know if I need to explain that joke that much further.
I don't think you really need to. I'm sure you will, but you don't need to.
Yeah, I haven't done that in like forever, so I was gonna go with it, and now I decided I don't really want to.
Oh man. Oh, that fucking lady you found that killed her baby though. That shit was fucking crazy. I decided not to watch the rest of that. I just watched like the argument that she
Well, it
was
wasn't a
putting
baby.
forth.
It was an adult son. It wasn't a baby.
Oh, I thought it was a
It's
baby
still
the
fucking
whole
weird.
time. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's still pretty messed up though.
Yeah.
Was there
dude,
any
that's fucking-
speculation as to why she killed her son? Like why she felt the need to murder him?
I don't think she ever said.
Yeah, well, she was lying the whole
well,
time about how she was innocent.
well,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
Well,
man, I
well,
wonder
the
what
theory-
happened. Like that's such a weird thing to do for a mother.
So something happened to her son in adulthood, some kind of accident or whatever that kind of fucked his brain up somehow.
Oh, so he was probably
was,
like totally dependent and like needed diaper changing and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that bad, and he actually started getting better. And he was actually going through, but it was essentially like a conservatorship where she had control over everything in life. And
maybe
she's a
he was starting to get better, and she was worried that she wouldn't get to keep getting the money. Yeah.
If you let me finish the story, I'll fucking tell you. I'm sorry. But no, he was actually going to like petition the courts to get off of that and be on his own. And that's most likely like she just couldn't handle that. Having to give up that control that she had over them.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird
essentially
control issues that people have,
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, is that really the story? Like, she had 16 months because she never said anything about any of it until she was on the stand. And then she came up with that story about, that I came in and this guy had killed him, and then he held me hostage for 5 days. He was in my house. And when I was at the police station with all the huge amount of police around, he was in the car waiting.
Yeah, and there was no one else that lived with them, right? It was just her and her son living together.
Yeah, right.
So there was no one else the guy could have possibly had as a hostage, and she'd like leave and come back multiple times and not tell anybody. And she's trying to pretend
she went to the
that she was afraid of him or something. I was like, what?
She went to the fucking Home Depot or whatever it was, and got the jigsaw to fucking cut up the body and all that, and him apparently at home or in the car, one of the two. Didn't bother trying to slip anybody a note or anything. I mean, that even that's bad enough. But to be inside of a police station and talking to the cops for an hour or two or however long she was there, and not being like, oh hey, the guy that actually did it's in my car. Right now waiting. Yeah, it's absurd. Like again, if I was in that jury box, I would have had a really hard time. Not just being like, bitch, you're not even fucking trying.
You could tell the prosecutor that was talking to her was having a hard time not doing that,
dude. He was fucking
He was
pissed.
just like, this story. Like, all right.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was fucking. He was making fun of her and also like being angry at the same time because she did fucking kill somebody, so like you can't completely just laugh it off. But yeah, the story, like, you had 16 months, and this is the best you could come up with? Yeah, a guy had held you hostage for 5 days, and you had ample opportunities to either get away or fucking, again, the cops at the police station alone is enough. Yeah, beyond that, if you're not going to tell the cops that a guy's that killed your son is in the car outside.
All the way to the point where you're in jail for the murder of your son, you're not going to tell anybody.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, you're in the jail cell. He can't get to you there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Yeah, but she's still saying she was afraid. Even then, she's like, "Yeah, I'm doing it now, but I'm still afraid of the guy." Yeah, okay. Yeah, did you see the part where like he's asking like certain like what, like very general characteristics?
Was there anything about his voice? Was there anything about his walk? Was his his eyes, that kind of thing. Yeah, they were like anything that they would give us any sort of description of this person in any real way.
Nope. Yeah, it's absurd, dude. But again, due to the case, like I mentioned, Casey Anthony, still like, all right, I still got to make sure she's found guilty because you never fucking know.
When I made up a fake person to get out of like. Telling the kid he was going to get killed by a cult.
Right.
When I did that, I at least gave a description. I'm like, yeah, he's like 6'3", blonde mohawk, big scar on his left side of his face. You know, I made sure to
you were
describe
just fucking
somebody that
around.
was not ever possible to be found, like just didn't exist. Like it was, you know, a cartoon
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Like at least I came up with a description, you know, like I tried.
Yeah, this bitch was sitting in prison for 16 months, and that's the best you can come up with.
And I didn't kill anybody either, so you know, at least she's dumb enough
that's
that they're gonna catch her for the murder.
Yeah.
I mean, that's at least something.
Yeah, that was my main. That was kind of my main point. Is like because of Casey Anthony. Because I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but I remember that Casey Anthony, you know, being reminded of that case, and I had thought she was found guilty, like because it was so absurd for her not to be found guilty. But she was found not guilty.
Oh wow!
And like it fucked me up in my head that bad that I actually
you gotta remember
misremembered.
that pussy pass can be really strong. Like, it can get you out of a lot.
Dude.
It's really sad.
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty fucking ridiculous.
You'll see cases where like it's like a guy and a girl working together or something, and the girl will get like almost nothing, and the guy gets like most of the sentence for the whole thing.
Right.
Like that happens all the time, like shoplifting couples, or you know, like they attacked somebody in a restaurant together, and it's like, oh no, but the guy gets 10 years, the girl gets probation.
Yeah, that is really fucked up. Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, was it like all men?
Oh,
because you think it would be at least a hung jury.
Probably women.
Before not guilty, I would think like a hung jury that they actually
I
all.
don't know. To be fair, though, I don't know enough about that trial because I didn't really follow it. To say like what that jury heard, like I don't know what they actually heard versus because we have all the information now, but were they given all the information or was there stuff withheld? Because I've seen other cases where like.
A lot of it gets thrown out.
Like information that definitely would have cleared the person.
Right.
Like that's part of the appeal for the Derek Chauvin is that he was never shown the autopsy result from the person that said that the guy died of a heart attack. And that was never shown to the jury, as far as I'm aware, either. It was withheld, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that, though. I'm just
I thought I heard something about that too, but the Casey Anthony one, unless it got a lot fucking thrown out, because the story she came up with was nuts. The fucking shit she was doing was nuts. I forget why, but she like took them back to like onto the Disney World property. It was in Florida, and like bringing them around the offices for some fucking reason. That was kind of weird. But then not being able to do whatever she was supposed to be showing them, and then so she just ended up, I guess, just wanted to wander around this office for some fucking reason. Yeah, it was a lot of odd behavior. I mean, I would, short of my life, I'd bet my life. Fuck it. I don't care if I live long or not. I'd bet my life that bitch fucking killed her kid.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the story she came up with was that the babysitter just kind of made off with her kid and had been missing for, like, I guess a month by the time, like, because I think her mom or somebody, like, reported the kid missing. Like, she didn't even do that. But apparently she's like, I'm sure it's this babysitter with this weird fucking name. Yeah, no, she was watching him, and then like she just disappeared. But I'm sure the kid's fine.
Oh wow, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, he's been missing for like a month, but I didn't feel the need to report it because I'm sure she'll bring my kid back at some point. And then the kid ends up in her fucking was dead in her fucking minivan fucking time.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah,
it surprises me how many mothers kill their own babies.
Yeah, and it's as selfish as you'd think. It's literally because I was dating this, being able to keep partying, and the kid was cramping my stomach.
Oh yeah. It's almost always something like that. It's almost always like, they cried too much, or there was too much work to take care of them, or something. And it's like, you know, you can put your kids up for adoption, right? Like, you didn't need to kill them. Like, you could, it would have been easier probably to literally just like put your kid up for adoption.
Yeah, I think part of it is like they would catch too much shit from their family for doing it. Although it's from the family would take them. Her parents, I'm sure, would have fucking taken the kids. They're the ones that fucking finally reported them missing because they got tired of her fucking shit. God, I hope I'm remembering that part right. Yeah, Casey Anthony was missing. Yeah, it was like 90% sure it was her parents that finally reported the kid missing after her fucking weird. The babysitter made off with them, and I'm just not doing anything about it. Fucking story. You know, after like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, or a month, or whatever.
Yeah, that's a fucked up case. But I'll tell you what: if I was in a trial, I want her fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
Or goddamn, that doesn't sound like it makes any sense.
That jury. I want that fucking defense attorney, and I want that jury. Jesus, dude. Fuck.
Does she have like rich family or something that like bribed them all or something? Like that's crazy.
Nope. Not wealthy. They might have been, you know, maybe middle class at the most.
Like
definitely not
class.
Like wealthy.
Yeah. So not enough money to bribe a jury.
That's middle class. Nothing.
There's
higher
not enough
than
influence
class.
for it to be able to happen without them getting busted for it either.
Yeah,
you gotta be like serious fucking money if you're gonna get away with bribing a jury.
Yeah, no, it's not a type of family that can get away with the affluenza.
I say as if I know. I say that
as
if I know anything about bribing juries.
Yeah, I don't remember what they did, but they were something working class, I guess, is the way I'd put it. Yeah, they weren't like a old wealth family or fucking super wealthy country club type family.
Such a weird one.
Yeah, no, it's so bizarre that I literally.
We know O.J. Simpson got away with it for a long time. I think he eventually got fucked financially, at least, but.
Yeah, he was definitely found guilty in the liable, whatever it is, civil courts. Yeah, he definitely had to give up a lot of shit, money wise. But and then went to jail for stealing back his own memorabilia at gunpoint or whatever in Vegas.
God, that's got to be a fucking surreal situation for fucking the people that own that memorabilia.
Dude, Judge Judy.
The guy that I got this, and he's holding me up at gunpoint to steal it. What the fuck is going on?
Dude, yeah, no, I've been, Norm had Judge Judy on one of his shows. I think it was one of the Netflix ones. And, she's talking about it, and she's talking about it, well, yeah, no, that, there's kind of a poetic justice to the fact that he, went to jail for as long as he did for what's essentially a kind of frivolous crime, but that he had actually gotten away with murder, but is going to jail for that, for trying to steal back his own memorabilia at gunpoint. Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking, I guess, poetic, yeah, or something. It's absurd, and, I don't know, instant karma, I guess?
Some karma, at least.
Yeah, because again, I guess karma technically isn't supposed to affect you until your next lifetime or something.
Yeah. If you're talking about like the actual karma, karma. It's what your born again is in the next life, and I think if it's if you're absolutely perfect, it's a cow, and that's why they don't eat beef in like India.
Yeah,
the cows get to wander around, but I know it's not something that affects you in the life that you're leading right now. At all. In fact, none of when I was pretending to be a Buddhist. Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was quoting from Bubble Boy.
Oh.
Sorry, that was very, 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 very obscure. My apologies.
I don't think I've ever seen Bubble Boy.
It's actually pretty good. Like, it's pretty ridiculous, but I actually like it a lot. Very campy, but good.
I'm sure. I was just say when I was studying and pretending to be a Buddhist to avoid the jab. I looked into karma, and that was part of my reasoning was like, I can't damage my karma with this medication or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was what I used, and yeah, because it's a thing that
I'm
for
definitely
your
not.
next life. It's all for your next life, man.
Yeah.
Similar,
Like, I look, I
very
definitely
ironically,
think
very
that.
similar to Christianity in that respect. Like
Right.
everything you're
Yeah,
doing is
look,
for the
guys.
afterlife in Christianity and not your next life. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing where it's like, let's make something that's going to keep the poor people from killing the rich people because they'll get stuff later.
Right. Yeah. 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 No, that's a pretty good one though. Look, man, if I take this from my religion, if I take this vaccine, there's no way I'm coming back as a cow. Like that's just
Yep.
out of the question if I get the vax. Yeah.
That was
That's
exactly
pretty
my
good.
argument.
Yes.
Did it work?
I wish I could have
Yep.
taped you doing that.
Yeah.
It did work.
Yeah,
It
it's
did
kind
work,
of
and I
fun.
did not have to get it. So
Yeah. If you can go through your religious exemption straight face, I mean, in California, there's no fucking way they're going to try to call you on that shit.
nope. A lot of people in California tried to go with like a conscientious objector kind of thing, and that did not work. And I was like, no, this is one of those times where you just have to lie. Like,
Yeah, you
you
got to
just
bullshit.
have to take
Yeah.
advantage of the system and lie to keep your freedom. You know, like you should be free to make the choice yourself, and it shouldn't, nobody should be able to
Yeah,
fire you
yeah.
or punish you in any real way for not making the decision they want you to make. So
Yeah,
might as
that's
well
an
lie
ethical.
and do it using their own rules against them as well as possible.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is
That's
easier.
no ethical dilemma in that situation, in my opinion. I'm
Oh
with
yeah,
you, dude.
none, no regrets. To be fair though, if I were to become religious, Buddhism is probably the closest that I would come to. I could see being Buddhist, just like live in moderation. Yeah, life sucks. It's gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer a lot. Don't as long as you expect that, you're gonna be able to enjoy the times when you're not suffering that much more. And just don't get hung up on everything. Just that's happened before because it's done, and now you're doing new stuff. So just be where you are now. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's the one where it's more ideology than religion, right?
Yeah,
Like it's
mostly it's just a really moral way of living your life.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The ethics are like, yeah, the world's fucked up, and then try to be as good as possible. And if you're lucky, you'll come back as a cat.
Essentially, it's like plan to suffer and then be really happy when you're not.
Yeah, yeah. Enjoy the times when you're not miserable. 'Cause you're gonna be miserable at some point. Yeah, know that those times will end, and you will have at least some small periods of time where you're not totally miserable, and just really savor those moments.
Like a fine wine.
Indeed. God damn it! I gotta find that clip. Because yeah, in Bubble Boy, there's a spot where there's just like a Hindu, he has like an ice cream truck or whatever, and he ends up like fucking killing a cow accidentally. I think it was partially due to Bubble Boy, but I can't remember. But anyways, he was probably like, "Oh, you'll probably be fine." And the fucking Hindu guy is like, "Have you ever been karmically bitch slapped by a six-armed goddess?"
Oh yeah, that would be kind of a scary one. Yeah, the only downside to Buddhism for me at least was it does get into some weird esoteric otherworld shit eventually. So like the concepts of how you live your life and the precepts of all that are pretty normal. But then it starts getting into like, and then there's these demons that live in an astral realm, and they're like gods and all sorts of other weird creatures that live in them, and they're gonna have like all these different arms and shit. And it's like somebody clearly took some fucking mushrooms or some other extremely good hallucinogenic and went on a fucking trip and wrote down some shit.
Yeah. It's like there was an
the rest of
ancient.
it's pretty good,
It's like I'm thinking of like I'm imagining an ancient creative writing class where you had to be on mushrooms the entire time.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'd take that fucking class, especially if it was like, we'll provide the mushrooms,
that's how
just
they
pay a
came up,
fee.
that's
Like,
how they
that's just,
came up with all that. They just all like were in the classroom and all fucking and shrooms and like, all right, let's flesh out this fucking religion thing.
I can see that
Let's
being a part
brainstorm.
of the process for the tomorrow's teachings. Like just taking a
Yes.
big fucking pile of drugs and then starting to write. Like, I could see that. Makes sense. Oh man, what
Oh
was
God.
it? Oh, was that was I right on the kind of bird that wing came from?
A dead one?
Yeah,
Yeah, you were spot on, dude.
I thought so.
Yeah, I couldn't confirm it. Actually, I can't say that. I cannot confirm.
Can't
It's
confirm it, but that
possible.
wing probably came from a dead bird. Yeah,
Yeah, if I were a betting man.
I thought so. I just was curious as to what it turned out to be, but knowing that I was spot on my guesses is nice.
Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. It's very helpful. Oh, fuck. Oh, I found the scene. Okay, here we go. Nope.
That is a weird
There you
fucking
go.
thing to find while you're out walking, because there's probably still food on that, you know? Surprised some other scavenger hasn't fucking eaten that shit.
Yeah, what I'm thinking happened is because it was like fucking 20 feet from like the road, like 20 or 30 feet from the road.
Oh.
So I'm thinking the car hit it, it ripped off, and the rest of the body is somewhere further down the road, and just
probably.
the wing flew off. Yeah, like it was heading that direction, like towards where it ended up, obviously, and the rest of the body just got the other wing and the rest of the body because it's dude, it was fucking perfectly intact.
Yeah.
As a wing, dude, and it was fucking. I've definitely never come across anything like that, dude. Oh shit! Yeah. Do I still have a picture of that? I think I might have already deleted it. Let me see.
I think I uploaded it, but never did manage to find it. It didn't hit like directly into the windshield of my car. It kind of slid across it mostly, so it might have still been okay enough to fly away because I pulled over and looked around for a while and I never found it.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I remember I uploaded it because son's got a fucking iPhone, and anytime I try to, it either doesn't work or it takes fucking forever. So I uploaded the video of it to my YouTube channel. With the traditional, for me anyway, quarter in there for size comparison.
Yeah, I saw that.
The wing was like a fucking like a foot long, like it was at least a foot wide, dude.
Probably a small hawk or something, like a sparrow.
Yeah, some kind of raptor type bird. So a large bird, but not as far as raptors go, kind of small.
Didn't look like a fucking buzzard or anything that I've ever seen. So.
No, buzzards are way bigger.
Kind of like hawks are local to your region. You could probably figure it out pretty easily.
Nothing huge like a fucking like a condor or something. Dude, there's a couple of I don't know, several years ago, whenever it happened, but there was like 2 condors flying over our house, like in our whole neighborhood and shit.
Oh,
and I was like, holy fuck, dude. I could not believe how wide their wingspan was. Because I've seen like eagles. Eagles are a good sized bird, and like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But condors, like, I was like, holy shit, dude. I could not believe. I was like amazed that a bird had wings like that big, dude. And I don't know what they're doing here.
Massive fucking wingspans.
What do you think we have the Legends of Rocks? You guys ever heard of Rocks?
Yeah.
Rock Sparrow?
Yeah, what are those ones where they got like the big thick bills that they clack? They're like clack or whatever. But those things are like waist high or something, and then like pelicans are actually fairly large. Like they look funny, but like they're actually pretty big and rather intimidating up close.
Dude, condor wingspan of a condor can range from 9.5 to 11 feet.
Damn. I had
Yeah,
a good
I'm
friend of
telling
mine
you,
when I was
dude.
in high school. That he worked at the local bird rescue center. Like he was a volunteer and had worked there for a long time. And I got to see a lot of those birds up close. And man, yeah, they really get a lot bigger than you think. I never saw anything with a fucking 12-foot wingspan though. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Well, I thought you might, since they're California.
Well, not up close. Like my friend would like
Yeah.
carry around like the
Oh,
fucking
right,
birds and shit. I could,
right. All
I
right.
got to see
There's a
he
pic.
would like I got to like see the owls and the vultures and all that kind of stuff up a lot closer than you normally would.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah, you don't want to get too close. They'll fuck you up, dude.
Well, and they
Right.
didn't
Yeah,
want me
that's
fucking
from,
up, fucking doing anything
yeah,
stupid with the bird
fucking
either.
birds
You know,
either.
he was letting me
Yeah.
check it out, but we were in high school and like
Yeah. 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 High school kids. They'll do some wacky shit.
sticking your
Yeah.
finger
I
in its
posted a
beak and
pic.
going,
That's
"Why'd it bite me?"
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's a pic of that's in Peru. So I don't know if that's the same, but yeah, that's a big fucking bird. Yeah, condors are rather large. That's a Peruvian
Mm.
condor, probably. That's a big bird, man.
Oh, are they like
Yeah.
hunters and like hunted it?
Yeah, I don't know what the whatever. I just got that picture when I just posted in the Discord. There, it was something about a festival in Peru. Wait, hold on. I got to go back to that now that I fucking I read it, but I wasn't really registering. Condor versus the bull. Wait, a bull? Like yeah. Yeah, apparently a condor and a bull have it out. Blood. It says in Peru's Blood Festival, it's the condor versus the bull. What the fuck, dude? Giant condor strapped to the back of an enraged bull in front of a roaring crowd. For many Peruvians, it is a symbolic reenactment of their liberation from Spanish rule. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's enough of that. Okay. Either way, that's a really big bird.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah.
There's a picture of the fucking. God damn it! Come back! Come back! Where the fuck was that? Now I gotta find it again. Because there's a picture of the. There was a picture of the condor on the back of the bull.
Oh, I think
In
it
here
might have been a
somewhere.
Cooper's
Gotta
hawk
find it.
wing.
God damn it! Where the fuck did the picture go? Oh, I gotta go to the actual. Okay, here we go. I think that's. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can. Can I copy this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, ready to post. Bloop. So they strap it to the back of the bull, and the bull looks like some ropes tied around its back legs. Okay, there you go. That's what they do with the bird after they take it to wherever the bull is, I guess. I'm guessing some sort of bull arena.
The fuck is wrong with these
Or
people?
matador. It's fucking. That's Peru for you, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna take this big ass bird and stick it to the back of the bull. Why? Oh, see if the bull flies. Yeah, just in case.
No, this is symbolic of us breaking free from Spanish rule. Yeah, we have to fuck with this bull and this fucking condor because we're free from Spain now, and have been for probably a while now. I'm guessing the festival's probably outlived its usefulness, if there ever was any.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your wing is from a Cooper's hawk. Because there's 3 hawks native to Arizona, and the other 2 don't have the same coloration for the wing. So,
All right,
looks like
I
it's really
appreciate
similar to that. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but if it's a hawk, it's probably that one.
All right, I appreciate your
Cooper's hawk size.
your research.
Wingspan would be 24 inches, so if that to 36 inches.
That's about right. It's about a foot, maybe a little over a foot for the one wing. So Yeah, that's right in the range.
Yeah, so probably a Cooper's Hawkwing.
Why
Yay,
is
we
it
figured it out.
not loading the image? Dude, it's giving the poop emoji thing and saying failed to load the image.
Oh, weird. I don't know.
Fuck. Yeah. What'd you do? Did you send me did you fucking post a pic of like Destiny Dick to me or something? Is that what's
No,
really going on here?
I
I know, I'm
reposted it.
kidding,
I just
dude.
copy pasted it from Google.
Yeah, like it's blurry. Okay, hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's god damn it.
That's
Fucking
weird
around.
because it showed up for me, no
Oh,
problem. It might be your connection.
yeah, probably. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising. Yeah. Or my phone. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
any
it's just like a
number of
regular JPEG copy pasted from like Google search. So
yeah, that's fucking weird. Alright. I'm just gonna Google Cooper's Hawking
yeah.
since Discord's being difficult.
Oh, Steve Wallace is hiding in a dump truck camping. I don't know if either of you guys have ever seen Stephen Wallace, but he's very very amusing. He goes stealth camping, which is sort of like being a hobo on purpose and trying not to get caught at it. So
Ah.
like, if you're driving around and say there's like a weird intersection in the freeways and there's like a big round area or like a triangle of like grassy land with like trees and stuff on it and bushes that they sort of put up between all three of them, he'll like sneak into one of those and like camp out for the night. Or like hide behind a sign on the highway and camp out for the night. What else has he done? Sleep in the bushes behind like a fast food joint.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, he calls it stealth camping. It's real bizarre. It's sort of like trying to be a hobo, but without actually being homeless. He I don't know. He seems to really get off on it. It's very entertaining. But man, this dude's fucking life is he gets fucking miserable luck. Like his wife died, his friends die, and like they're not old. Like he's in his early 40s and he started his channel in his mid 30s. And it's like his wife died on him, his best friend died, and then some other friend died, and I think it was his mom or something. Like just
Are we 100% sure this guy isn't doing the most fucked up version of 2016
oh, like he's killing
situation
them?
here? Yeah, that's
No,
a
it's
lot
like
of people
shit like
there.
cancer and stuff, where it's like everybody knows. It's not like
Yeah.
like it's
All
not
right.
like
I
some
figured,
sort of
that many
mysterious
people.
circumstances that any of these people passed away under. No,
Yeah, I was gonna
just,
say if you got that many people dying
he's
of
he's
accidents
Canadian too,
around you.
so he's from Samage's neck of the woods.
God damn, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, it's
Living
weird.
a life
He used to do van life stuff, and then eventually he was successful enough to buy like a big piece of property and a house for him and his wife. And he's like, "Well, I don't want to stop doing YouTube. You guys have like got me here. I feel like I owe you more and more content." So then he started doing like stealth camping, and it just got real weird. Where he's like sneaking around and living like a hobo out in the streets once in a while.
All right.
There was one where he took a small trailer and just stuck it on top of a flat boat to go camping out on like a lake or something.
All right.
You think like redneck. Yeah, he's like very rednecky.
Yeah. Interesting. That fucking sucks though. To have that many people around you, just fucking die young and shit. God
Yeah,
damn.
especially like your wife and your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's a rough fucking 1-2 punch. It was like within, I don't know, a year of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I would almost at that point be like, okay, I think he hates my fucking guts, so
Yeah.
I should probably just off myself and end this shit. Because God clearly has it in for me.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not good for them.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, that's true.
In Minecraft, indeed.
Oh man, did you see the story about the guy that got a photo of the item he bought online? He went to buy a drill.
What?
I believe he went to buy a drill, and He got just a picture of it in the mail. They didn't actually send him the drill. It was from
Wow.
AliExpress, whatever that is.
I believe
And
it.
that was pretty
So
fucking funny.
was it a scam or
I
they
mean,
fucked up
obviously,
that?
yeah, it was some sort of scam. It was
Yeah,
supposed to be a
I
drill,
figured.
yeah. I think it was like
Yeah.
$40. There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh well, he should have known for $40 it wasn't really going to be real or something." And it's like, it's AliExpress on the internet. There's probably a dozen fucking $40 drills,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever it was.
You are
You
going to
buy
come
like,
across them.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of things are scams, but yeah, that's yeah, and then you're out $40 if you're wrong. So it's not like
yeah. Well, if you bought with your credit card,
hey,
you can reverse the charges because like. You have
right,
usually like
right.
a
Yeah,
month or
that's an
two to
obvious.
do that, and you can just say like, "Hey, I never got the product, so please don't." Give them the actual money because at that point it's no actual physical currency exchange place yet.
Right, right.
And so you can reverse those charges. I don't know if that's what he's gonna do or if he can. I don't know. This guy might just be out $40, but it's still a pretty funny story. Got him like 15 minutes of fame in a newspaper story, so probably
Not
arguably
bad
worth
for
the
$40.
$40.
Right, I was gonna say, yeah, it made out better than if he had gotten indeed drilled. Such a cheap price. No news agency following that story.
Yeah, no. That'd be so funny. It's funny because I've seen like the comedians talk about I forget which comedian it was. He's talking about if he got a picture of him speeding in his car, he'd send a picture of the money.
Not bad.
It's like the scammers have taken note and they're like, oh hey, that's not a bad idea. And send somebody a picture instead of the money. Or instead of the product.
It'd be funny if it actually said it in the description and the guy just missed it.
Well, there's situations where I've bought stuff online and I know the description did not read the way it read.
No, like it got changed.
Like it got changed. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind in some situations.
Yeah.
Like what I was looking for was nothing like what I received. But then suddenly when I received it, like I go back and I'm like, that's not what I fucking ordered. What the hell? And it's totally different description now. So I'm pretty sure that happens on a regular basis with Amazon. Amazon's really fucking shady.
Yeah. Yeah. Not the greatest vetting process of sellers.
No.
I think when you have a system where anyone can make a store and sell whatever they want, then it's right for abuse. I think that's what's going on with Amazon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, at least with Amazon, most of the time you can get a refund anyway. Like there's almost nothing you can't get refunded. Although now it seems like they're trying to get away with not having to pay shipping anymore for refunds. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but like it used to be, if you got a refund on something, you didn't have to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh no, but you got to pay for the shipping and handling because they figured out that like by adding that, there's a lot of people that won't get refunds. Because it's like, well, if I got to spend $20 to send back a $15 item to get my money back, because Amazon has all those special fucking prices on shipping.
Yeah.
Then you're much less likely to try to get your money back.
It also, I think it might depend on whether or not there's a resale store near you. Because, like, if they have to send it back, that's one thing. Or if they can just send it off to a place that has a store that they'll just resell it at a discount somewhere else.
Yeah,
that's kind of sort of how they make up their money. Because there's a few of them in my area. Because I live in a big city, so I mean, there's a few here. So it's easy to resell that stuff. So that's why they don't give me any fuss about that. The only problem I ever really get is like whenever I need to return something, and then I'll try, but then like the company doesn't exist anymore. It's like, great. That's happened to me a few times, and it's like, well, guess I'm not getting my money back.
Yeah, there was a company I made an order with online that disappeared after I made the order. That was a bummer.
Yeah,
Been there.
yeah, that's gonna happen a few times.
Dude, my mom tried to order me like a couple of cartons of the Milk Duds. You know, like the real. I don't know if you see them at the
Mm-hmm.
stores, but it's a really thin, like pretty skinny carton. It's like 250. Um, thing of Milk Duds, and she's like, "Yeah, oh no, I found it out for you." And like, when it came in, like, and they're all fucking that weird white colored shit all over them when they've been there insanely too long.
Oh yeah, the chocolate bloomed.
Yeah, it was fucking gross, dude. And then like trying to get a refund was a pain in the ass. Like they had to take a picture and send it in, and it was fucking a mess. And then it turned out she paid like $9 for each one, and I'm like, you didn't wonder about the price? Like you didn't like run it by me? Because they're literally 250 at the fucking at the grocery store.
Yeah. I've found
But
some
yeah, like
really
even
good
that was
deals
a pain in the
on
ass.
bulk items for food at Amazon, but you got to be careful, man. Got to read through the reviews. Got to. That's one of the things like in
Right.
Amazon reviews, like you can kind of tell the fake ones from the real ones, and then you just want to read like some of the negative ones and just see like what you could be potentially getting into.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely do that for that. Well, shit, I do that for before I download a fucking game app. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right, what
yeah.
do the negative fucking ones say? I know like a huge chunk of the 5 stars are shit. So what do the 1 stars say?
Yep.
The
Read
one and
like a
the two.
3 star out of 5. You're like, I want to read the 3 star
Yeah.
reviews and stuff
Yeah,
like
I'll
that.
definitely.
But read through
Yeah.
the reviews. But I've found some great deals on like where it's like half the price you would get it at a grocery store. Like those little fruit cups you can get at the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You can get those way cheaper on Amazon. Like just way cheaper.
Nice.
You
Yeah, I
know.
don't know where my mom ordered them from. I don't think it was Amazon. And I was just like, you thought it was
I
9 for
don't
fucking.
know that I would order food from anything other than Amazon unless it was like a really well known thing. Like if I was
Yeah.
on like the Keebler website or like the Nabisco site or something like that. Like I'm not
Yeah.
going to
I
like
think she learned her lesson.
better deals for
But
food.com, like I'm not going there and ordering shit. It's not happening.
yeah. Yeah, and I don't know where she just like, yeah, you're lucky you got your money back
Yeah.
because it's obviously a fucking scam. They're obviously taking like shit that's expired and thrown out and trying to fucking sell it as fucking new or
Well,
not expired, whatever.
yeah, part of the problem, with, like I said, with Amazon is like they're individually owned. Like 'cause some of them are not official. They're like like someone just starting their own little online business.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it it's sometimes like I get mad at Amazon, but I know part of it's also because it's not really Amazon. It's just people are selling things through Amazon.
Yeah, like the
Which
granola I buy from a storefront from the company that produces the granola on Amazon. Like it's way cheaper to buy it on Amazon at the grocery store, and it's from the company that's actually making it, made their own Amazon storefront for it. So, like, I'm not real concerned about the quality or the shipping or anything because they actually care. But if it's just like, yeah, like you can tell some of them are, it's just a random like name that somebody came up with. Yeah, you want to stay away from those because those are almost always scams.
mm-hmm.
One of the scams I've seen a lot is they'll show you like a picture of like a carton of something, but then if you don't read the description, you don't realize that you're spending like $20 for like three pieces of that thing instead of the whole carton. Like say it's like juice boxes or something. It's like, yeah, you see a picture of 36-pack of juice boxes for $5. That's a pretty good deal, but you're really only getting like a 3-pack because that's what it says in the description. There's a lot of that kind of shit that happens on
Pictures
Amazon too. It's like you did get what you wanted. It is in good condition. It is perfectly edible and safe. It's just nowhere near the amount that the picture showed or something.
Yeah, it's quite obviously misleading.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yep, you got to read the description.
And
Yummy.
then I would be careful about MREs on Amazon too, because there's a lot of people reselling MREs on Amazon, and I wouldn't go with just random resellers there. There's other websites you're like safe for getting MREs from if you're gonna get them from like resellers, because they're in that business as opposed to Amazon just like hosting whoever.
Yeah, like they fucking somehow got MREs that are expired, even though they're supposed to last forever. Selling them to
So
people.
yeah, some of the MREs on Amazon you can buy from the companies that make them, and that's go for it. But some of the people that are
Right.
reselling, they're just reselling old boxes that they have from whenever, and there's no way to know like what condition they're in, what their expiration date is, are they even edible anymore? And so a lot of people end up getting like spoiled MREs from Amazon because they didn't pay attention and they didn't they didn't really read the description, and the deal was a little too good.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, anytime it's that good of a deal, you better be making sure you're reading everything.
yeah, I want to say if you're getting a case of MREs, you're looking at like a few $100s that you're going to spend. It's not cheap. They're not at all inexpensive. They're very expensive. Because it's a niche market. There's not a lot of people buying MREs. Should be more people buying them, I think, because they're really, really good for emergency supplies. Like if you want to like fucking stock your emergency supplies with like ready to eat meals, like each one of those ready to eat meals is like a fucking day's worth of food in like one meal. Like you can really stretch them out. They last forever. They travel really well. They store very easily.
Yeah, that is kind of the point.
Yeah, so it's like really, really handy if you're like worried about an earthquake or like fires or something like that. But yeah.
Hell, just kind of like what is it, like freeze dried shit, like Mountain Home.
Yeah,
camping.
That stuff too. Yeah,
There's
a lot of freeze dried
good,
MREs and freeze dried foods and stuff on Amazon that are really good. You can buy like a lot of what are they, like number 10 cans, like the really giant restaurant cans full of freeze dried items.
Right.
I forget what the company is, but they're just fucking massive, and they're not expensive for what they are.
Yeah, and they're not bad tasting. Like the Mountain Home brand is pretty good, dude. For for that type of product. I mean,
You can get Mountain House, but I'm talking about like it's Augustin Farms, so you can get a pound of potato shreds in one big ass can for like $9.
Nice.
Or like a pound of fucking apple slices that are dehydrated for $15. 2 pounds of banana chips for like $10, and they just come in a giant like number 10 can, so you could get like ground beef and vegetables and like add your own pasta and pasta sauce and make your own freeze-dried meals essentially. They got, and they even have ones that are just like big things that are like meals too, apparently. I hadn't noticed these before. They got chili mac and like rice and chicken, and man, and it's so crazy. Like I think this used to be like a Mormon supply thing, Augustin. I believe it used to be like mainly in Mormon supply stores, because Mormons big on prepping.
Yeah, they are mandated. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's like a mandatory part. Like 2 years worth of fucking. You're supposed to have 2 years worth of shit on hand.
There's like special stores where you can find online that are they cater to Mormons, but like occasionally will sell overstock to just random people.
Nice.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of different kind of meals where they're in their giant number 10 cans. Scrambled eggs, lasagna, beef stew. That's new. I haven't seen that before. That might actually be worth getting.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that shit's super handy when you're camping. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just have to add boiled water?
Yeah. Yeah, it takes like maybe fucking, 5 minutes, maybe 10. You drain out whatever the excess shit, and you're like, okay.
Well, with the
Okay.
I've never used freeze dried meals myself because they're kind of expensive in general compared to other like emergency supplies. I mean, not in the number 10
All right,
cans, but
right,
like just like the meals themselves sometimes can be really expensive.
right.
But from what I understand, like the taste and the texture is actually supposed to be like really, really close to like normal. Like it's not super weird. Like, cause if you make like if you just dry out stuff like normal dried foods, like you dry out like beef stew or something, and then try to reconstitute it, it's got like weird textures and stuff. Like it gets all rubbery and fucked up. But
Yeah.
the freeze dried, and it doesn't lose any nutritional value freeze drying it either, which is nice.
Yeah. No, like I said, the Mountain House takeout is actually really good.
Yeah, they're the number one
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
not
That's
that
the one
far down
everybody
from.
recommends for like camping food is Mountain House for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
I've
that
ever
is
seen
definitely.
anybody be like, and here's a better option than Mountain House.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they definitely make all the different shit like you were saying, like the chili mac and regular mac and cheese, the eggs. Yeah, shitload. I'm sure by now. Yeah, I haven't been camping in a few years here, but
Well, if you need to make a
yeah, it's
bucket of
definitely.
fucking chili mac one time, you could buy the Augustin Farms like 16-ounce bucket of chili mac for like $40.
Yeah.
Probably enough for you and your son to camp for a week or so and eat chili mac for dinner every night.
Right. Indeed.
Chili Mac. No.
Oh, that's like the one meal that's actually good for the completes. Where they're the little like plastic tray of it's like shelf stable food and stuff that you microwave for like a minute. Their chili mac is the only one that's worth buying. All the rest of their food is real odd tasting.
God damn, they have a fettuccine alfredo with chicken now. God damn. All right, that's getting a little silly, but nice. Good job. I'm sure it tastes halfway decent,
I'm fucking
judging by the product.
You know what? Oh my god! You know what it
Yeah.
is?
Oh wow. Yeah.
The
But
Augustin Farms, the number 10 cans.
yeah.
It's like essentially as close as you're ever gonna get to like bachelor chow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you buy yourself a number 10 can of like chili mac, and then you just scoop a fucking cup measure of your chili mac into a bowl with some hot water, and then that's your dinner for that night.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking on the Mountain House. 10 can of 95 bucks. So yeah, the deals you're describing.
Wait, so Mountain House, what was
Much
that again?
cheaper.
What was that? Was gravy?
No, just ground beef.
Oh, okay. So let's see.
Yeah. But yeah, the number 10. I'm assuming that's like the big coffee can, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like the big coffee cans, about that size.
Yeah.
$69
Okay.
for ground beef from Nutristore. And this is on Amazon. $67 for Mountain House.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
It's
then
actually way cheaper. Nice.
Yeah, one is $2.54 an ounce, $2.40 an ounce. The Augustin Farms. Let's see, this beefsteak slices.
Ooh, biscuits and gravy. I don't ever had the.
They don't have ground beef crumbles from the Augustin Farms. They have beef slices, where it's like diced for like a stew, and that's $86. So you actually could get the Mountain House cheaper on here.
Huh. Yeah, that's way cheaper. Holy fuck. Yeah, 95 to like what, 60 something you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Right,
by
yeah.
that. But hey,
Yeah, that's.
Mountain House is super good
Yeah,
quality.
Yeah, it's odd that it's that much cheaper than the actual web of
So I've
Mountain House's
never,
website.
I've never had Mountain House. I actually didn't know what it was until yesterday. Like, and
Oh,
okay, it's strange. The reason why I found it has nothing to do with like food storage at all. I had a nightmare and I had to investigate. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I looked it up, and then it came up. So what it was is that I was having dreams about like a house that was like like the Amityville horror house, but it was in Singapore and in the mountains. I'm like, why the fuck did I watch something? I don't know.
So you
And
were
the reason
looking
why,
for a mountain house.
well, okay, first of all, okay, the dream was one thing. It's like it's a dream, whatever. I don't care. But the reason why it was so memorable is because I was woken up because I was having severe neck pain, which I don't usually have. I must have pulled something. So I thought, okay, I should do some stretches or something. So I was looking on YouTube on like neck stretches because it was like 3:30 in the morning, which is a bad time. That's the witching hour. But anyway, at 3:30 in the morning, I'm looking at videos about this, and I just had this nightmare. And as I do, the ads are playing. And what's the first ad? It's an ad about taking a vacation to Singapore. Okay, that's weird. What? Okay, whatever. So once it passed, it gets worse. It gets worse. So I started doing stretches and stuff. And then what do I see next to that? An advertisement for the streaming service Shudder. And they have a documentary series about haunted places, talking about the Amityville horror house. And then they talked about haunted houses around the world, from here to there to Singapore. Like, okay, all right, that's two ads mentioning Singapore and haunted houses. But okay,
All right, that's getting fucking creepy.
it
God damn.
is getting. And the thing is, like, the one thing about the dream is about the houses collapsing and falling apart and that kind of stuff, and there's a family living in there, and it's gonna fall, it's gonna hit. 'Cause that's the thing I was thinking about. Like, oh my god, this poor family. And then the third ad on the third video, which by the way, it worked. All the stretches they did work. They got rid of the whole thing. But the third ad was another ad involving house repairs. They say you gotta keep your family safe. You don't want the house falling on them. And that, like, that's 3 fucking ads mentioning the very thing in my fucking dream. So,
Dude,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
it is. So then I
Was
went
that the
online
end
and I
of sleep
started.
for that night? Because that's for me would be like, all right, well, I guess we're not sleeping tonight. That's cool.
I was very tired, and these ads are weird. I kept thinking this is just a coincidence. So I just went back to sleep, and then I when I got up, I thought I'd head off to the gym because I figured if my neck is sore. It's probably because I'm not moving around as much as I should. And as I'm waiting for my bus, I'm like, okay, I gotta look this up. So I started looking up like haunted houses, and it was in the mountains. So I had mountain house, and that's how I got the mountain house, mountain house. Food stuff that you guys are talking about, which is weird that we're talking about this very subject that came up in my search history.
Oh fuck, man.
Oh,
Right.
I have this close. Yeah.
There's a joke I was gonna make, and but I'm not. Like, anytime I'm doing sometimes when I'm leaving comments late at night, like when sleep meds have kicked in, I like to like somehow reference, like I'll say something along the lines of me knowing that I'm the only actual living rational being in this universe, and all of this is just a figment of my imagination. And then I'll leave a next line. It'll be something like, I'm obviously kidding, as you, the person reading this, is the only person that's a real conscious. Like, I'll leave something like that, and I always thought it was funny, but I'm like, am I going to get contacted someday and find out that somebody took me seriously and just went off on a fucking rampage because they thought they were the only living being? Like, truly, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, man. All right, if I come across those, I got to start erasing them before I send somebody off the fucking deep end.
It's weird how
The
that
wrong
happens.
person reads it.
Oh,
Or it's like-
that's a trip.
Yeah, but anyway, that's I've been on this. I had to mention this little story because this mountain house conversation is going someplace.
Yeah, simulation. That's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good evidence.
Maybe if it's a coincidence, it's one hell of a coincidence. I'm choosing to ignore this, but if I fucking find out that, like, the next day or so that a family was killed in a collapsing house in Singapore, I am going to be so fucking mad. It's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Also, well, there are little details in there I didn't mention, like seeing demons and stuff like that flying around the house. Like, okay, all right, well, that's a bit much. But I mean,
Yeah, if that comes true, you're really onto something.
All I know is that if I hear a story about like a family in Singapore and some sort of mountain house or whatever, and I'm like, fucking Christ, I guess the supernatural does exist, or this is a simulation. Either or, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about this. Let me be ignorant.
I've heard about some stories like that, and some families in Kentucky have claimed they're like, yeah, there's beings that flying, floating around the house. We shot at them, and like nothing happened. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure that all happened.
Sirens going nearby.
Oh,
It's not me this
for
time.
a second there I heard sirens. Maybe it's close to me.
could be. There's nothing in my area.
Could have been. There was some earlier, and I was walking the grandpuppy. If that helps at all.
Okay.
More glitches in the system, maybe.
Yeah, it's the Singapore sirens. No.
Yeah, indeed.
I don't know where Singapore is. Is that like in China? I think it's in China.
I think it's somewhere like in the Indian Ocean.
Myself. Yeah. No idea where Singapore is.
Yeah, or part of the. Yeah, actually, I got to dump. I think I might be mixing it up with Madagascar. For some reason in my head, those two are kind of the same.
I know where the U.S. is, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I thought it was somewhere like around that. Let me see. All I know is don't fucking do not graffiti. I remember that from the fucking 80s or whenever that rich kid fucking got caned.
Oh, got fucking caned? Yeah. Don't fucking do graffiti, dude. And that caning isn't a fucking joke. Wasn't he in the hospital for a while after that?
Yeah. No, that's a yeah. That's not a light punishment. Whatever it is, yeah, definitely.
Well, Singapore, if I'm not mistaken, is gum is illegal. And,
yeah, Singapore. Yeah, Singapore is just below China, next to Malaysia.
Yeah, and
So,
it's
yeah,
like the death penalty if you try to smuggle like weed in there.
Yeah.
Like if you try to bring in drugs, they kill you.
Isn't that where Amos Yee was from?
Yeah.
Remember Amos Yee?
Yeah,
He turned out to be a fucking
not at all surprising if you think about it. Like somebody from a place that extreme would be kind of fucking wacky.
Yeah.
Be all fucked up. It's like, well, yeah, that's surprising. The fucking country's just fucked, you know.
Okay,
Growing up with that,
yeah.
like, you smoke weed, you die. All right, cool, man. That's not extreme.
Yeah, I just remember thinking he was being like insanely edgy, and it turned pedo.
Yeah, he turned pedo, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. No, I remember him getting involved in fucking
how, like toddlers could fucking consent and shit.
Yeah, so I remember that.
It was real fucking crazy. It was like it was way over the line too. It was just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I thought he was bullshitting.
Yeah, usually with Minecraft streamers, it's like 14 or 15-year-olds, and they're like in their late 20s. And he was like fucking talking about toddlers in his late 20s, and it's like, all right, wood chipper, let's go.
Yeah. I remember. I don't know if any of you guys are gonna remember this guy, but Ranthony. Any of you guys remember Ranthony?
The name sounds familiar, but no, I can't.
Ranthony. Okay, well, yeah, he was he kind of the internet. Fairly well known in the little W mark there back in the day. He got in a debate with Amos and kind of trounced him.
It's not hard to do.
Yeah, it's pretty easy when
not a lot of people are gonna be on your side when you're like, yeah, toddlers can consent. A lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, I don't agree with you, dude. No, definitely not.
Yeah,
and
it would be hard not
via the internet, because this debate would get a lot more physical and a lot less verbal if you were here.
Yeah, fuck. I wish I could remember the specific argument, because he walked him into fucking setup, dude, where Amos Yee like knew what was about to happen, pretending he didn't understand the question and wouldn't answer it because he knew he was getting set up to get fucking destroyed. Fuck, I gotta try to find that. It was actually really well done by that guy. Yeah, I don't know. The dude that did it, he was like kind of a fat white kid. He was like in college. I think he wanted to be like a sheriff or some kind of law enforcement thing. And so I think he just decided that I'm not going to fuck around with any of this fucking online shit. Like, I don't want it to somehow come back to bite me because I was taking down SJWs or whatever.
Yeah, really. Well, now they'd probably be happier to have him on their team. He could be like the leader of the swatting, you know, department or something, like where they deal with people that are swatting other people. Ranthony, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "You're used to the internet stuff. You know what this all means. We'll run these calls by you first, and you can tell us if people are being swatted."
Yes. All right, now I gotta look it up and see if there's anything on him anymore. Because that was like fucking. Yeah, what?
I did
At least
find a hell of
15
a
years
deal.
ago, I'm thinking.
You can get 6 pounds of peanut butter powder for like $40.
Nice.
You know, in 3 number 10 cans of peanut butter powder for $40. That's got to be way cheaper for every spoonful of peanut butter than like Skippy at the store. I'm telling you. You just gotta mix your peanut butter powder with boiling water to have peanut butter whenever you want it.
And 9 years ago? Yeah, I was trying to find the one with Ranthony. That was 9 years ago?
Yeah. Time passes. It's fucking scary, isn't it?
All right. Yeah, I thought it was even longer. Apparently not. What the fuck? Okay, 7 years ago. Okay, 9 years ago. Stuff about him going to court. Yeah, I assume in Singapore, probably. Maybe not. I don't know. 7 years ago, Harvard invited him to speak at Harvard. What the fuck? I'm pretty sure that was after he was outed as actually a pedo. So what the fuck, man?
Is that
actually?
really,
Yeah, that time.
Is that
yeah,
really
that was
surprising?
Really, no, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, especially then, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was back then. Yeah, I remember every fucking 6 months or so, there would be like this weird attempt to try to normalize pedophilia.
Oh yeah,
they were doing
there was
some
a
kind
really
of weird,
really big
check.
push for that. What was it? What were they calling themselves?
Maps
and no maps or some silly
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Map the minor attracted person. Yeah. But dude, it was weird.
And then, but then they were the bad ones. The maps were like the bad ones, and the no maps were the good ones. The no maps were non-offending minor attracted persons who were like, yeah, we're pedophiles, but we don't want to be around kids, and it was like a whole weird fucking thing. It was like,
yeah, we know it's wrong. Yeah, like I do. I have all the sympathy in the world for somebody that's afflicted with that attraction, up to the minute they fucking offend.
Yeah, then you have wood chipper for that
completely. Yeah. But yeah, it's a fucked up thing. Because again, I don't think any of them are. Well, maybe some of them are that degenerate, but again, I don't think any of them are choosing to be attracted to kids. So it's fucked up to be afflicted with that. But again, you know it's fucking wrong. So yeah, you fucking do it. Yeah, definitely wood chipper time. But yeah, definitely sympathy for anybody that's fucked up. Yeah, it's a fucked up thing to be stuck with, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
But again, zero sympathy. It goes from all sympathy to zero.
Yeah,
if you're even planning on it, like if you don't think you can stop yourself, then put yourself in a fucking wood chipper.
Yeah,
if you think it's just a fucking matter of time before you do it, yeah, end your fucking existence.
What's the best Mountain House breakfast?
Let's take a look.
What?
Let's see if I still have it up.
I'm just wondering because I can literally buy a number 10 can of scrambled eggs with uncured bacon from Mountain House for $60. And that'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it though. That might not actually be worth it, other than for emergency supplies. How many servings is that? How
Yeah,
much,
no, it's
how
actually
much are you
decent.
paying for
Yeah,
a
it's
breakfast?
yeah. How many servings is that? What are they?
That's 8 servings of 260 calories. So you're going to have to add
okay,
extra
like
stuff
four,
for that to
3
even
or
really
4.
be a breakfast. Or double up. So it's either
Yeah,
4 meals for
yeah,
$60, 4 meals for
yeah.
$60, so you're
$60,
$15 a
15,
meal.
$16. Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I've had that. It's decent, dude. I mean, obviously, actual eggs and actual bacon, but
Worth it
it's
for
actually
emergency
decently tasty.
supplies or camping, but I don't think I'd want to do it
Yeah, yeah.
for just like food.
Mhm.
Like eat it
Yeah,
every
I've never
day. I
tried the
wouldn't want to eat
biscuits
it
and
every day.
gravy. But yeah, there's none. I don't think I've had any of the amount of shit that I didn't like.
Yeah, I think the only instant stuff I like are the instant grits and the instant oatmeal. For like regular, like
Yeah, those
eating
are
for
always
breakfast
nice.
every day or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I love the apples and cinnamon. That was always a good one. The Quaker apples and cinnamon.
I got one that was just like a big variety pack. Like there's like apples and cinnamon. There's like blueberries and cream, a maple and brown sugar.
That
And then
one's not
there's like
bad.
another
That one's
one.
pretty good. Yeah, maple and brown sugar was the other one I really.
And then the grits were
I
like
I don't.
cheese, butter, and then plain.
Yeah, yeah, and they always throw the original or the unflavored
Yeah, they got the unflavored grits
oatmeal.
in the grits. I don't have any of the unflavored oatmeal in the instant oatmeal box I bought.
Oh,
But
they don't do that
you can
anymore.
still
They
get
used
it.
to.
Yeah, you can still get it
Oh
if
no,
you
I
want
used
it.
to be angry at it. Yeah, anytime they put that shitty flavor or thing in any of that, fucking assholes.
Yeah, no, I'm never a big fan of that. Although I'd say with the instant grits, to be fair, like plain instant grits aren't bad because you can just add butter and cheese yourself. It's not hard. Or you could
Yeah.
add whatever other flavor you want. Like add some garlic and some onion powder or something. Like some hot sauce, whatever, and really like make them really tasty.
Yeah, yeah, the oatmeal. Yeah, I guess you can do it with oatmeal too. But I always the oatmeal flavors for sure. Like I said, the apples and cinnamon, the maple. They had a strawberries and cream one for a while. I don't know if they still make
Oh yeah, my sister
that
loves that
one. Was
one. They still
decent.
make it. My sister absolutely loves
Yeah. Okay.
strawberries and cream oatmeal. That's like the only one she'll
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah. Yeah. That one's decent. Um, yeah, I don't think any of them are really bad, but yeah, they're very good shit.
Yeah.
I used to spread it on toast. I would get like
Huh.
buttered toast and then spread the oatmeal onto the toast. Fucking love that as a kid, dude.
I've never thought of that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, no, it makes sense. I'd never even considered that.
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah. No,
toast with
I don't think.
oatmeal. Where you just take a bite
Mhm.
of toast and you take a bite of oatmeal or something, and I get what you're doing. That makes sense now, but
Yeah, I
never
don't think
occurred
I've
to
done
me.
it since I was a kid. I cannot remember the last time, so I might have been a kid. Yeah, I did it a lot as a kid. What was the other? Oh, scrambled eggs on jellied toast or like jam, on toast, and I would put the scrambled eggs on top of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've
It
done
sounds
that.
awful. Yeah, it sounds awful, but I fucking love that shit. Yeah, I've definitely done that as an. Yeah, it's been a long time on that
I
one too.
tried
But
the Elvis sandwich once, and it was actually pretty good. The one where it's like peanut butter and jelly with just bacon in there.
yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
It was pretty good, and then I
Yeah,
did it with
did you
added
get the
banana
fried
as well, and
banana?
it was actually pretty good
Yeah,
still. It was pretty good.
yeah,
I mean, it
dude,
wasn't
I
the kind
love
of
the
thing I'd really
banana.
want to have again, but it was like, no, if I
Yeah,
was served this, I would not be like
yeah,
disappointed. I would be like, okay, I'll eat it,
yeah.
whatever.
I never fried it, but I did love peanut butter sandwich, dude. That's some good shit.
A peanut butter what?
Peanut butter banana
Oh yeah,
sandwich.
peanut butter banana. Well, banana's like jam anyway. Might as well be. So
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, yeah. It's a sweet, fruity thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I never fried it though. I never thought to fry something like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Are
no,
they, was it just
never would
fried
have thought of
bananas?
that.
What was because it was what did Elvis do? Just a straight fried like sandwich with just bananas and just fried
Oh, the
like a grilled
banana
cheese.
sandwiches. I think it was peanut butter and bananas. I think there was like
It was
something else,
fried
and
though,
he fried them.
a
I can't remember
like
what
a
it
grilled cheese
was.
sandwich, basically.
What is it? A
Is that what
fluffer
we're
nutter?
doing?
I think they call it, where it's like the marshmallow fluff on one side, peanut butter and bananas.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I remember.
And he would fry them,
It was
like
one of my
deep fry them
brother's
or
friends
something, or fry them on
introduced me to
the.
that. All right, but like a grilled cheese, right? Like the
Yeah, yeah,
same way
yeah.
you'd grill a cheese. Okay, yeah. I was just making
Yeah.
sure because yeah, I don't for some reason. Yeah, I don't consider that fried for whatever reason.
I
For
wonder if you
yeah.
did it like a Monte Cristo or like a grilled cheese though. Because you could do like Monte Cristo, where it's like you put a little bit of basically you make like French toast out of the bread on the sides when you're frying it. Like you make the
Mm,
sandwich, you dip it in like a
like an
French
egg.
toast batter, and then you fry it off on both sides like you would French toast. So you're not frying the
Hmm.
both sides of each slice, just the outside of the sandwich, but it's French
Yeah.
toast.
So like the outside's like French toast. Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
inside's
and
the
that's how
other
you do
stuff.
like a Monte
Yeah. All right.
Cristo. Well, that's how you're traditionally supposed
Yeah.
to do a Monte Cristo. So I wonder if he did that with his peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Because homie died of like a
Yeah.
heart attack, right? Like drugs on the fucking
Oh
toilet.
yeah. 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 No, it was definitely he was definitely addicted to shit too. Yeah. Um. Uh. But yeah, the diet wasn't helping either.
Yeah.
Not the healthiest living.
Well, yeah, as I was saying,
Jerry
the
Garcia pulled
combination
it
of
off of
the
the.
the combination of the drugs and the food is definitely what did it. It wasn't one or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, I think Jerry Garcia is the only one that managed to pull off that combo for an extended period of time.
Yeah. Well, there's also
Yeah.
Keith Richards.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's got
That
to be a
man's never
vampire.
gonna die.
He's a
He's gonna
fucking
be around
vampire.
when the fucking apocalypse happens and smoking a fucking joint with
Yeah,
the Four Horsemen, man.
dude. Yeah, apparently there's like a crazy number of people fucking um he like introduced to heroin like fucking dying from fucking heroin later on, like getting hooked and just fucking
Yeah.
dying like and he just keeps going.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Though yeah. Well, you know the story about basing Captain Jack Sparrow on him, on Keith Richards.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, he's the most pirate-like person I'd ever met, so I based it on him. I thought that was fucking hilarious, dude.
Damn. Oh, you said the Mountain House biscuits and gravy was the best one?
No, I never tried that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I saw that on the website, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude.
Because
I
you
just
can get
again,
six
yeah,
number 10
uh,
cans for $250.
it's about $40 a piece, a little over $40 a piece. Yeah,
There's
not
12
bad.
servings per container, so
So 6 servings per container. All right.
yeah, six regular size.
Pretty much
Well,
double it.
270 calories is
Yeah.
only like half of a meal. You'd need to have like fruit and milk or
Yeah,
something, or
you gotta have a double.
something else on
Yeah,
like
there's
toast or whatever.
yeah, yeah. The serving size shit has always been bullshit, pretty much
Yeah. The
for
fucking instant
any
oatmeal
food
packs, if
item.
I remember correctly, the instant grits and the instant oatmeal packs are, 100 calories a pop.
Yeah, whatever they fucking pass off as single servings, at least in my entire life, has
Yeah.
always been bullshit. Like, who the fuck eats that size of any of this shit?
Little kids. Like
Yeah.
if you had a 5-year-old or like a 6-year-old and you served them 270 calories worth of biscuits and gravy, that'd probably be more than enough for them to be full.
Yeah, although I don't know, for a growing kid, I'm about 5 or 6. Yeah, anything.
They might need to eat sooner, like later, but sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a ridiculous thing though to put. You know what I mean? Like it's absurd to have these serving sizes that no normal adult person fucking eats that small of.
Yeah, if it's breakfast, you would think somewhere in the 500 calorie per serving range.
Yeah, yeah, at least.
Yeah. Well, no, because you're going to assume there's going
Yeah,
to be
so
like milk or coffee or some other thing
yeah,
on the
other
side,
shit
just
with
just
it.
for like a main
Yeah,
course. Like if you're serving a biscuits and gravy, I would normally, if I were going to have like biscuits and gravy, also have like some fruit and like milk or something or juice or something on the side too. So it's like like aiming for 2,000 calories a day. 400 to 500 calories for
yeah,
the main
whatever.
serving isn't terrible. And like
Indeed.
little side things. 30 years shelf life taste guarantee.
Yeah, what's that? That's Mountain House.
Yeah, that's not
Is
a
that what Mountain
shelf
House
life.
said?
Is not 30 years. There's 30 years taste guarantee.
All right,
So
that's
it's
pretty
guaranteed to
decent.
taste as good like when you buy it. In 30 years, it's supposed
Up
to
to
taste
30
that
years
good
later.
still. Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not sheesh. All right.
I'd still rather just make biscuits and gravy. To be honest, it's really not that hard.
Yeah. This is true.
You
Oh
can even
man, I
get
haven't done
really
that in a
lazy and
while.
get like frozen biscuits or like canned biscuits or something, and like
Yeah,
packaged
yeah,
gravy, and then all you'd have to do is cook up like a little bit of sausage to go with it.
yeah, yeah. Because the store brand like biscuits and shit is usually pretty good anyway. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I love popping open the container. You rip it until it pops or whatever, or you rip it a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, I
Throw
like
it.
the canned biscuits, but the frozen biscuits from like Pillsbury are the best ones I've found so far.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had the frozen ones. Huh.
When you make
You
like
don't
the
have to.
homemade
You don't have to
buttermilk
thaw
biscuits,
them, right? Yeah, yeah.
they're almost
I never have, but
they're
I
almost
was
as
gonna
good as
say like
homemade
Cracker
buttermilk
Barrel.
biscuits. Like the buttermilk
Oh
biscuits you
yeah,
make from home are good. I make them all the time. Um,
right.
like
Yeah, I don't think I
homemade
ever
biscuits are
have, but I
really
got you.
really good, and they're super easy to make. They don't take that long, at least for me. It's like super super quick. But
Uh,
the frozen ones are it's almost that. They're almost that. They're so close, but they're not quite. So it's like totally fucking worth buying the frozen ones and using those if you don't have time, like to make your own.
yeah, yeah. No, I've always done. Yeah, let's get from scratch.
And
Now
the
that
other
I
thing I like
think
about the
about it.
frozen ones is they come in a big bag. So like, I think it's like a bag of
Mm,
12 or something. So if I want one biscuit, I don't have to fucking cook 8 of them in a can. With the canned ones, I can just cook
yeah,
one and then put the rest back in the freezer in the bag, like Ziploc, and you're good to go.
yeah. Good point. Although, if I'm doing biscuits, making enough to eat for like over a couple days at least. So
Oh,
I don't
see,
mind.
I get really tired of like meals being repeated.
Mm. No, I can do it for a couple days. Yeah, 2 or 3 days, a third day maybe. Before I got to switch it up.
Two
But
days
yeah,
would
that's
definitely
well,
be my
biscuits and
max.
gravy. Yeah, if you're using the good country, the white country gravy or whatever, with some ground sausage in there with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some good shit. Yeah, I was gonna ask, that's funny. The two places that I like to get the biscuits and gravy from, or the biscuits. Cracker Barrel has great biscuits, and the biscuits and gravy at Whataburger are really good. Both places that you do not
Oh,
have
okay.
near you, from what I understand, if I
That makes me
recall
want to try
correctly.
Whataburger so much more now.
Yeah,
Because like
yeah,
I
it's
hear
super
their
cheap.
burgers are amazing, but they actually have like legit biscuits and fucking gravy.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Yeah, it's
there's
cheap.
nowhere that's a fast food place where I live that you can get biscuits and gravy. Like you can get
Yeah,
them from
no,
like a
everything at
diner,
Whataburger.
like a Denny's or a diner, like a Denny's knockoff or something. But you're definitely not getting them from fucking like Jack in the Box or fucking Wendy's.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the only places or the only place I can, as far as fast food, like food type. But yeah, no, all their breakfast shit's actually really good. They have the breakfast on a bun, which is essentially, it's a regular hamburger bun
Yeah.
with an egg, an actual fried egg, cheese, and then usually either bacon or sausage. Yeah, that's fucking really good. Like the sausage is just a round patty, similar to a hamburger patty. The bacon is obviously actually bacon. Um, yeah, the sausage one, and they have picante, little packages of picante sauce. So you put a couple of the picante sauces on the sausage breakfast bun. Yeah, that's fantastic. So if you ever
Damn.
get a chance, if you're ever, driving past the Whataburger, I strongly, if it's morning time, obviously the burgers any other time, but
Yeah,
the
one of
biscuits
these
and
days
gravy,
I'm
that's
gonna like have
5%
to
a
find
bonus.
out a way to try some Whataburger because I've heard so many good things
Yeah,
about it from
yeah.
so many
And then
different
the
people.
taquitos, I don't know why they call them taquitos because they're basically a little, but those are pretty good. Same shit. Bacon or sausage or potato. I think they do potato instead of. Yeah, so it's obviously the eggs, the cheese, and a flour tortilla, a little flour tortilla, with either bacon, sausage, or potato.
Huh.
Yeah, those are good. Trying to think. Oh, they have like some kind of breakfast bowl thing now. I haven't tried that. It's been that long. Oh yeah. The pancakes are good too. Yeah, yeah. Again, I don't think I've had any that wasn't really good. Obviously, just a straight biscuit, a sausage biscuit, bacon biscuit,
Yeah,
just egg and cheese
I
biscuit.
like Burger King's breakfast biscuits with like sausage or bacon and eggs. Those are good.
Yeah, I like the
But probably the
croissants.
best you can get in
The-
my area that I know that's from a fast food place is right now either
Mhm.
the Taco Bell breakfasts are really good, surprisingly good. They used to be awful, but they definitely have changed them for the better. And
Oh,
then
nice.
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's got a really good like chicken breakfast biscuit stuff that they do that is
Oh
like
yeah,
fucking amazing.
yeah. Chick-fil-A is another one where like literally everything I've ever had from there is fantastic.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they
So
have a
yeah,
sausage
super
breakfast
expected.
biscuit and they have a chicken breakfast biscuit, and they're both amazing.
Yeah, dude. When I
They
worked
have
in
other things, but
Flagstaff,
once you've tried those two things, you'll never want to try those other things. And
yeah, it does kind of ruin it. Like the nuggets, the fucking chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A are fucking amazing. Because it's actual chunks. It's not that fucking
yeah,
chopped
not
up
pink
and fucking
slime.
reformed shit. Yeah. It's actual chunks of fucking chicken. Yeah, that's some good shit. Yeah, when I worked in Flagstaff, it was for Verizon. It was like a kiosk place, um, and it was right by the food court. So there's literally there was a Chick-fil-A like right fucking there. So
Damn.
yeah, that was pretty nice. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Now that like we have a Chick-fil-A in our town. Like I live way like north of town, and the Chick-fil-A is like way south of town. So like it's a
Oh
good
yeah.
fucking like 8 to 10 miles away. Yeah,
Oh, that's kind of a bummer.
yeah.
It kind of
Also,
sucks
yeah.
when you have to
There's a
like if you
bunch of
get
really
fast
nice
food and you have
ones.
to either eat it there or eat it colder at home because it just takes too long to
Yeah,
drive. Yeah.
yeah. It's all the ones. It's the ones freeway, like at the far southern edge of town here.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. There's a fucking yeah. There's a Chick-fil-A. There's a fucking In-N-Out. There's a Culver's. There's a Cane's. Fuck. What else? Other shit like Wendy's and that out there too. But yeah, like all the really good ones that there aren't a ton of. Because there's like three Wendy's in this town. There's like three or four McDonald's. Uh, three Burger Kings now. But yeah, those ones are like the only one-off, like the really good spots like that, and they're all out there off the freeway, which makes sense. The town's literally right between Phoenix and Tucson, so it's a pretty high traffic area.
Oh yeah, yeah. It makes a lot of sense. Big commuter path.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I find myself out there, though, I definitely fucking have to eat one of those places. Culver's is fantastic. God, I love Culver's. The cheese curds, the fried cheese curds. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never had fried cheese.
Yeah.
I've never had cheese curds.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
The
don't. They
word
don't sell
curd
them
for some
anywhere in
reason.
any of the places around here.
Yeah. The word. Yeah. It's weird because the word curd sounds so unappetizing or whatever. But whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they are, man, if you fucking batter them up and fry them, they're fucking fantastic. There's a brand. Fuck, it's like it's mostly white. It's a green and white box, like mostly white. I think it's like Farm Rich. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because their cheese curds are actually really fucking good. They're like every bit as good as like the Culver's restaurant, and they're like frozen.
Well,
And
I've
I'm
always
pretty
wanted
sure
to
it's
try
Farm.
poutine, and so it was like, you can just make poutine. It's super easy. French fries, cheese curds, and brown gravy, right? That's like the standard. Like those
Yep.
three things is the standard poutine, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Is
Not
that right?
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
that's a
hard at all.
Canadian thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, it's super easy. Oh, you can buy them on Amazon now.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to order some cheese curds because I've always wanted to try like some fucking
Yeah, they have
poutine, and
them
I'm
at.
like,
Yeah, they sell the
some
frozen
mixed
ones at.
Wisconsin cheddar cheese curds. There's no way that's not going to be amazing with French fries and brown gravy.
Dude, yeah, I like them with ranch. That's the cheddar cheese. Oh, all right. Farm Rich is the brand. It's like a mostly white prim or whatever. Yeah, they might have them at your grocery store. They have them like fries here.
I'm gonna look because we normally we cook our own meals for ourselves on Friday night, and I'm like,
Mm.
if Safeway has cheese
All
curds
right.
now, that's a
All right. Yeah, you never had them.
easy one.
The like breaded cheese curds. Here, I'm putting up a pic of the brand.
No, I never had any
But
cheese
yeah,
curds of any
these.
kind, breaded or otherwise.
Okay. All right, there you go. That's what the box looks like. But yeah, and
No,
they got the
so the
ranch.
grocery store, there's cottage cheese,
Hmm.
and then there's like a wholesale I could buy for $130.
Jesus.
A 5 pound. Oh, I
Yeah.
could buy 10 pounds of Anchor spicy breaded Wisconsin cheese curds for $130. But other than that, there's
Right.
literally cottage cheese, and then there's something called cheese curd lasagna, Beecher's cheese curd lasagna, but that's not.
Yeah, that sounds wacky.
Well, I mean,
That'd be
it's
good.
I wouldn't really experience the cheese curds as curds. It'd just be melted cheese on a lasagna.
Yeah,
So
that's a bit
I
odd.
gotta get
All right.
cheese curds on
Yeah.
the Amazon and get them shipped over.
Do they
here.
sell? Okay, yeah, the pic I posted. Do they sell that brand of anything at your store? Because there's all kinds of different shit these guys make. Mozzarella sticks and that kind of shit.
Let's see, Farm
Jalapeno poppers.
Rich. Let
Yeah.
me see. Let me see. Oh no, that's the Amazon. Let me go back to Safeway.
What is it? What is the Kroger? Do you know what the Kroger owned stores are where you're at? Like I know in Southern California, is owned by Kroger.
I mean, I've had breaded cheese sticks. Yeah, they do have Farm Rich. We got mozzarella
right,
sticks,
yeah.
jalapeno poppers, and boneless chicken fritters or something.
Chicken. All right, that's weird. They don't have the cheese curds too.
Oh, and they got breaded dill pickles.
Yeah, those are pretty good. And wait, have I had them? Farm Rich?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. The cheese curds are really good. Yeah,
But
the
no cheese
mozzarella
curds.
sticks
Yeah,
are decent.
no cheese sticks. The only thing is the mozzarella sticks. I could get those, and I'm sure those are great because I've had breaded mozzarella sticks before. They're amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I don't know if that son like, but his taste isn't exactly it.
That was one of the things that we would do on keto. Me and my brother, when we were both on it a long time ago, is you make like like an almond flour kind of breading for like like a cheese stick, and then cook it in an air fryer, and you got like sort of like essentially cheese sticks. Low carb. Good healthy fats, low carb.
Yeah. Do you have Culver's, the restaurant, Culver's restaurants where you're at?
No, not that I'm aware of. I mean, I can take a look, but I'm pretty sure they're not in California.
Yeah, it's more of a Wisconsin originally. Let's see. Culver's locations.
Okay, Culver
Is Culver
Burgers.
California?
Put in my little
Not
zippy
California. No.
code.
Yeah, doesn't look like it. Yeah. It says not California. I don't know how yeah. Culver's is currently available in 26 states, but not California.
Sorry, there are no restaurants near here. Please search a different area. It's not even
Yeah.
giving me like farther away ones, so
Yeah, it looks like California doesn't have.
yeah. Oh, some
Okay, here it is.
is there a
Here, you'll find
particular
this
type of
helpful.
cheese curd that's appropriate for uh,
They're
uh,
all
poutine, like
good.
Munster
Cheddar?
or cheddar or something like that?
Cheddar? I would
Nope,
imagine cheddar,
all
yeah.
good. It's up to your preference what you want, but yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
all fine.
It's all fine. That's what I
It's
figured.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, poutine has a you can do all kinds of things, the variations and all that. So yeah, there's no set way.
Yep.
All right. Okay, yeah, Stabby, this might help you for Culver. It says the closest location to San Francisco is about 580 miles or 9 hours away in Bullhead City, Arizona. So you're welcome.
9 hours away. All right.
Oh, fuck. What's that new There's some new service that will fucking send you food from like absolutely anywhere, like even specialty like restaurants. I just saw a commercial for it somewhere. Fuck, dude. But they're like, hey, you know this world famous food from this restaurant? Or this other world famous food from this other place? Yeah, we'll ship it to you. I don't remember the fucking name of the place though, but yeah, I thought that was crazy that it's getting to that point where it's not just your local restaurants are getting fucking delivery shit.
Huh.
They're literally like, yeah, you like that famous shit from Chicago? Well, yeah, we'll ship it to you from fucking wherever else, other big cities
Yeah.
and famous restaurants. Fuck, dude. Yeah, well, that doesn't. But that exists now, in case you hadn't heard about that.
If you hadn't heard about this wacky thing.
Yeah, one of them was like, yeah, this world famous cake. You want a slice of this cake? I don't know why you'd order just a fucking slice. I assume you'd want a whole fucking cake at least. If you're gonna have them ship it from fucking New York, but whatever.
Oh yeah, you would think.
Anywhere, America. All right, that should find it. All right, I'm trying to think. Gold Belly. Okay, it's called Gold Belly, all one word. The best gourmet food and food gifts. Delivery from fucking anywhere to anywhere. Well, anywhere in the continental U.S., I assume.
Huh.
But yeah, they literally would ship any. Yeah, like if you hear about some restaurant in some other city, wherever, they will ship it to you.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what it costs. Probably a lot.
Yeah, one would imagine. One would imagine it would be very expensive. There's really expensive ramens you can buy like that, where it'll like come frozen from like some restaurant in Japan, and it'll fucking like get shipped to you like overnight, like so you'll get it like the next day, but you're spending a fuck ton of money. Like it's just fucking like a couple $100 or some crazy amount.
Yeah.
Because not only is it getting shipped to you overnight, but it's got to stay frozen the whole time.
Right. Makes sense.
So yeah, it's not cheap.
Gotta be some good ramen.
I'll never know.
Gotta be right.
I like ramen. I've made ramen for myself many times, whether it be the cheap shit in the 25-cent pack or, cooking like actual good ramen with like, slices of meat and like doing the broth up nice and everything, like from scratch and all that. But
yeah, like the what are the ramen restaurants?
Really, and there's
like
ramen restaurants around here too, so it's not like I can't order ramen anytime I want at a restaurant here.
Yeah, I like those ones where you take the bowl and you fill it up with frozen shit and then they cook it up for you?
I've never been to a ramen restaurant that did that. That's interesting.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like what is it? It's called something Mongolian thing. They have them in Phoenix. They don't have any here, I don't think, in
Interesting.
my
No, the
town. But
ramen places I've
yeah,
been around here, like it's just they serve you ramen in a bowl, like it just comes out in a bowl. Or if you order it
uh,
online and get it delivered, it'll be like you'll get a plastic bowl, and they'll have like the noodles in one package, this broth in another package, the fixing in another package, and they're all like, you just mix them all together in the bowl when you get it, and they're all still nice and hot and ready to go, and the noodles aren't all gross, and nothing's all like, the vegetables aren't all sogged out or anything.
all right. But yeah, no, the ones here, literally, yeah, you take obviously empty bowl, put in whatever noodles you want and all that shit, and yeah, you bring it up to the cook guys, and they'll cook it up for you right in front of you, put it right back in the bowl, you're good to go. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good. It's good shit. They
Yeah,
have
it's
to
good
have
stuff,
them. Where,
man.
yeah. Pretty sure it's Mongolian grill. Hold on, let me check. Pretty sure that's what they're called. Yeah, YC's Mongolian is the one that I'm thinking of. 4.8. Yeah, people are digging it. Couple other ones here. Sizzle. Yeah, okay, yeah. There's one in Tempe. Makes sense. There's got to be more than that. I know the one that's actually in Phoenix. Maybe not. But yeah, I assume they have to have them near you that do that shit. Maybe not.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It's been fucking forever since I've eaten at one of those, but it's some good shit.
Yeah, plenty of amazing food options around here for sure. Like that definitely no question. I just
Yeah, it's always nice when you
gonna
have
have to
like
order
a
poutine supplies from Amazon in order to make poutine, and I figure it's worth making, like ordering enough to make it at least twice.
All
Because
right,
if
let's
it's,
see.
I imagine it's gonna be one of those things that's really good.
Oh man, I don't know what that is, but that looks pretty fucking good. God damn. The closest thing in your town, it looks like, is Genghis Khan. The restaurant called Genghis Khan.
Oh yeah, there's a Genghis Khan around here.
I don't. Yeah, that's not the same as what I was trying to see if you had any near you.
Oh, where you
Yeah,
get
this looks
frozen
pretty
stuff
good.
and they
Holy
cook it
shit.
for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like it's almost set up like a buffet where there's just a line of all the different and shit that you can choose and whatever different vegetables or whatever, and obviously the noodles.
Sounds nice. Always
It's a
nice
good
when you get to
time.
really customize whatever it is you're getting at a restaurant or something, without it being too like rude to ask. Like
Yeah, like you're not doing the weird substitutions where the cook is like, all right, I'm fucking spitting in this shit, fucking
yeah,
guy.
we're asking for stuff that's just not reasonably accommodatable.
Yeah.
It's like if you have an
Yeah.
allergy,
Well, they
that's
cook
one
it.
thing, but otherwise you can't order like an Alfredo with no cream or something.
It's something ridiculous. All right.
Oh yeah, there's always
Okay,
like
this is
you've ever been to like you go to restaurants with friends and like so, sometimes the first time you go they order something and you're like we can't be friends.
All right. I came across this picture, which is that thing of and the restaurant talking about. That's exactly what it looks like.
Well, let me see.
It's a big round grilling surface, and they just kind of throw it on with whatever sauce or whatever shit like that.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and at the end you got a nice bowl of food that you get to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems pretty
All
slick.
personalized. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do they have any? There's a place in up in Chandler, Phoenix area, or whatever. It's one of those places where like they have just a bunch of little plates of food that go on like a conveyor belt around, and you can just pick off as the shit goes by, like what you want to eat and what you want to eat.
Oh, I've never been to a restaurant like that, but I've seen stuff about that in Japan mostly.
All right. Yeah,
Where
there's one of those
conveyor belt sushi places. And I think they have sushi places around here that do that, but I'm not inclined to go to restaurants most of the time. Because even if I really want sushi, I can make sushi. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I'll be making better, with better ingredients. Not that I don't ever buy sushi, but it's like, I can make sushi for a lot less money than I can spend on it, and it's not that hard to make. And I'm making the one I really want,
Yeah, exactly, to your taste and such.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you.
I think 90% of sushi, at least, is the idea of it is more important to a lot of people than the actual substance of it.
Yeah, like they want to feel like they're eating something exotic.
Yeah. And really, sushi is like fast food in Japan. It's like just, like crap that you don't want to eat on a normal basis. But it's like, if you're going to have like a party or something, you want sushi,
Yeah, the eel at sushi restaurants, like it's really expensive, but goddamn, is that fucking good.
Oh yeah, unagi.
Although that's usually cooked, right? Or it is where.
I don't think I've ever had eel raw. I don't think I've ever had unagi sashimi. I've only had cooked eel.
Yeah, I think that's the only way they do it for whatever.
I've had a bunch of other kinds of seafood raw. Like I've had like salmon and tuna and different kinds of whitefish and shrimp. I had shrimp raw. That was pretty good.
But yeah, that's definitely out of any of those type of places, man. That fucking eel is so fucking good.
And I really like the stuff when they put the little little fish eggs on them. Where it's the little tiny fish eggs, the little itty bitty ones, and they put it on there. They don't really add much. They don't really add a lot to the flavor. It's just a little bit extra salt, but they're so fun because they're like little poppy little.
Yeah, they're fucking just super tiny. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. That's probably enough food talk.
Fair enough.
Unless you want to go on.
I don't have anything else to really talk about.
That Superman clip or whatever.
Yeah, what you didn't notice Superman that from? Is that a new Superman? Or are they rebooting it again?
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, it's whatever one's coming out.
He's a terrible fucking actor. Judging from that clip, he's an awful, awful actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it was his fault.
I noticed his arms were behind him, which was fucking weird.
Yeah, the whole thing is odd. But yeah, the whole thing is kind of off-putting. But the fact that they have just one still picture of his face that they just plastered on the whole fucking time, the unchanging expression staring straight at the fucking camera through that whole clip is fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, I was like
this
that's
is a major
not how you act like you're flying. You gotta have different expressions. Like you're seeing different things. You're moving fast.
Yeah, well, no, I don't. Yeah, that's not him acting.
Oh, is
still
that not?
Picture of his face.
Okay, my bad.
No, they just took one still picture of his face and plastered it on every single frame.
Oh, I thought that was an actual clip or something of what they were gonna have him do.
Yeah, dude, if that's still in the movie. No, that's been fucking made fun of insanely a lot. The fact that they did that. So yeah, I don't think that's the actor's fault. That's just, again, they literally thought it would be a good idea to have one single expression, one still image of his face, plastered on through that entire fucking scene. Yeah, Samaj, if you scroll up a bit, you see it, here, actually, I'll repost it so it'll be easier for you. It's really short, but they compare it to Henry Cavill's. It's like a split screen. It's just a short. But yeah, the one on top is supposed to be from a new movie. And it's fucking weird, dude. Here, hold on. I got it. I'll post it here. Get back. So yeah, like I said, it's a short clip. So here we go. But yeah, Henry Cavill's actually like moving faces, doing things, and his arms are in front of him like you would expect. And the other one is literally just on CGI with a single clip pic of the guy's face plastered onto it. Yeah, I was kind of making the joke. I'm like, no matter what way I tilt my phone, his eyes are just fucking staring right at me. So it's like one of those, you know how they do those pictures at like Disneyland or something in the Haunted Mansion, where it's like no matter where you're standing, they're looking right at you. Yeah, it's so fucking creepy. Yeah. Oh shit, Samaj, you're still here? Or are we icing you out? Oh, fucking silent, dude. God damn it. Okay, never mind. I thought we were icing him out with all the fucking food talk.
Huh.
But he's just not. He's just muted and not. He's not. Okay, I feel better. He commented on the poutine. He was there at least at that point.
Oh, he ran away?
Yeah, well, he's muted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his headphones and mic are muted.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm doing Power Wash Simulator just to, like, keep my hands occupied. It does not require much of my attention, but unfortunately for, like, a couple minutes there, I was being told that, I have to fix my own food tonight. They're not cooking tonight.
Alright.
So I'll probably end up ordering some food, because I'm not going to try to, like, make something 10 minutes before it's already, like, supposed to be dinner.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
It's not
That
like
is not
a super
nice.
end of the world or anything. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah, it seems like you should have got a little more.
I think I think I got texted.
Oh, I forgot about your stove. I forgot about your stove situation, too.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I would probably just cook some ramen or something. They texted me like an hour, like at 5:30.
Okay.
Like,
Not
so
too
20
bad.
minutes ago. But they know I don't see my texts, and I don't know why they keep doing it, even though I don't ever get my texts. So I'm not really sure why they do that, but they keep doing it, so, whatever. They're trying. I mean, I'm. It's not like to be fair, I don't. It's not like I'm mad. I'm not upset or anything. It's not like, oh no.
I gotcha.
45 or almost 45. I know how to make food. I'll survive the night.
I suppose.
I'll make it.
Oh shit! Did you watch the? Did you watch the Star Trek Red Letter Media's Star Trek?
I watch everything from Red Letter Media. Like, if your question is, did you watch the Red Letter Media video? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sometimes I'll miss them for like a.
Oh yeah. Once in a while.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but it is nice. Yeah, it is nice that I have like 3 or 4 to watch when I do come across them.
In general, I'm not a fucking Star Trek guy. I've never really been super into Star Trek. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movies. I enjoyed like Next Generation, and I watched some of the other stuff, and I never watched like the whole series of anything else, but I've seen like some of Deep Space Nine, and then it just started getting so fucking weird and fruity that I didn't want to watch it anymore. It stopped being like what it was.
Yeah. The Next Generation is the only one that I like kind of almost always watched. As a kid or not, whenever the fuck it came out, as a young adult or late childhood, whenever the fuck that happened.
What's the one where they have to go get a whale? There's like a movie where they have to go get a whale.
It was one of the
Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. That Star Trek, I loved it for some reason.
Most people do.
That was the original with like Spock and Kirk.
Yeah,
I've come to realize
one of my big things I was a fan of as a kid.
I come to realize that when it comes to like the older Star Trek movies, if you were a kid and you watch those movies and with the whale and all that, you love it. Apparently, if you were an older person who watched those movies, you fucking hated it. It's the worst. That's it for Star Trek. It's over and done with. I don't know why.
I never
understand
watched the series, so I have no reference for why that would be a problem.
Yeah.
But I totally
Me
understand
neither.
and respect that point of view.
Yeah, yeah. Although I never really liked it that much. Honestly, I love the next, like the TV show. I fucking love that.
The Next Generation TV show I loved. The
Yeah,
only movie I
yeah.
liked was the one where they go to get the whale. I didn't like any of the other Star Wars movies very much. They were all pretty terrible. Or not Star Trek.
I don't remember.
Star Trek movies. But I've
Oh,
never
good. I was
described
about to have
myself
an
as a Star
aneurysm
Trek
there.
fan anyway, so...
Yeah, no, I was, Star Wars and Star Trek pretty equally, but I'm not a fucking fanatic for either of them, kind of thing.
I like both,
a lot
yeah.
of people are.
I'd say that's fair. I like both.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Star Wars fan either. I like the movies, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I'm not
They're
going
the
to be
older
like heartbroken if I don't get to see them.
Yeah, both of them really sucked, decades. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of really good shit from before that. So yeah, I prefer nothing gets, yeah, I prefer nothing gets remade until the climate comes back to reality for a while.
Oh yeah.
Well,
There's a lot
I
of
don't know
really
if you
terrible
heard.
movies.
I don't know if you heard about the latest
Yeah.
Star. I don't know if you heard about the latest Star Trek that came out, the Section 31.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
we
about.
were talking about. Red Letter Media did a review of that and said it was just fucking awful.
Fucking awful. Yeah.
Well, I figured that much. So
Yeah.
they've been threatening to make that for a long time. So I'm like, okay, you actually did it.
Apparently, there's a lot of stuff that makes no sense.
Dead.
Like just from a continuity like issues. Because their characters basing it on characters from other series or something. And like one of them is apparently should be 80 or something in the show, and they're like, well, why is this person just not aged for the last 40 years?
Well, and then there's like things that don't make sense. Like they had like that changeling guy. And I'm like, wait a minute. There's only one race that are changelings, and they're considered the most dangerous race in the entire solar system, galaxy, or whatever else. And you're saying, oh, they're just hanging out in the bar, taking shapes, doing all kind. What the fuck are you talking about? Oda was considered considered a potential terrorist his entire existence because he's such a bizarre thing. And then when they found out more, he was always on the verge of like being fucking killed off because he's a fucking changeling. Like here he is, or here. Made no sense. None whatsoever.
Actually, the Odo thing makes a lot of sense because, how could you trust a race of shape changes? That would be fucking like a really, like, how would you ever, like, know who you're talking? That's just scary as fuck, man.
Yeah, there's a reason why the Federation...
That's what made the Skrull so fucking scary in the fucking Marvel universe.
Yeah, who do you trust?
Man.
Yeah, Odo, honestly, that's the only character I don't even show that. It was Deep Space Nine or, is it Deep Space Nine?
Yeah,
I don't know, it's one of those. Okay, I got that right at least. Yeah, I wasn't even sure about that, but that's like the only character, Voyager or Deep Space Nine or any of that shit that I remember.
Oh, wow.
I remember the name Janeway, and I remember what the lady looks like. I don't really...
Well, I mean, it's a little hard to... Well, there's a few things about, like, Voyager that was pretty good. One, you have 7 of 9, and... I
forgot about Terry Ryan.
Goddamn, that woman, holy shit. I even know some ladies who are like, yeah, I'm very straight, but that woman does something for me, and I don't like it. She's just
She's like the Ryan Reynolds for women. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. Well, and
I don't
like,
care how straight you are, if Ryan Reynolds isn't making you twitch, there's something wrong with you.
This lady, that lady was fucking hot, and everyone knew it. And she would complain, like being on set, because she'd have to wear this one-piece outfit. She said, "I can't sit down." It's like, well, yeah, we could make it so you could sit down, but then there'd be like stretches in the fabric and all that kind of stuff. So, how about we don't do that? And and said fine, and they just gave her
Also,
more
the
money.
nerd rage. We do
I
not
mean,
want to deal with the nerd rage if you're not wearing. Yeah.
exactly. They just gave her like more money and all that. She stopped complaining, so it wasn't a big deal.
Like, shut up, bitch. Keep
They,
dancing. Keep being the dancing monkey. What? You're mad about here's more money. Shut the fuck up. Take more money. Take more money. Just keep doing the dancing monkey routine. We're all making a lot of
well,
money now.
all I know is like for $30 I can get a poster of her off of Amazon. Let's just say my finger's been hovering for quite a long
All right,
time.
I don't remember
Every
Seven of Nine for some reason.
blonde
Now I
blonde
have to
chick,
look up a picture of Seven of Nine. All right.
7 of 9. Yeah,
Wasn't she in the Next Generation? They like killed her off, then back for.
no,
I
no,
thought there
no.
was something weird like that.
Oh, I know who that is. Yeah. She is
Yeah.
pretty smoking hot.
She was in Voyager. She was a Borg that they got, and they freed her, and then they decided to integrate her into the crew. God fucking damn it!
I
Sorry,
feel
I
like they
gotta.
tried to do some shit with Beverly Crusher, but she's just not particularly attractive. Like I never
Um,
really cared if she was dating anybody.
she is very. I think she's very attractive, but she's not quite like the. I like to jerk off. She's kind of like I'd love to. Just looking at you is quite pleasant. It's like you're very pleasant. It's
Yeah.
not like she's like super all hot. 7 of 9 here, like she's walking around with that like annoyed look on her face. It's like I don't
I
want to
fucking
tolerate
hate
you.
being here.
It's
I
it's
like the
like
money, but
well, she seems like the type of character. It's like I don't like your attitude, but my God, I can't stop looking at you. It's like I'm so fucking mad at you, but something
you're
something
so fucking hot.
there's just two
Uh,
things about you I can't look away from. I don't know what it is.
I like Troy. I like Deanna Troy.
Mhm.
Definitely over Beverly Crusher. Yeah, that's
The
more my
weird
type, I
thing
guess.
the weird thing about Deanna Troy, because they wanted to, for some reason they felt like her character needed to walk around in outfits that were not Federation uniform,
Right.
and she was always like, I don't know why I have to do it. She's like, I'm sure I'll trust the staff, and they think it's a good thing, and all that kind of stuff. And she thought it was kind of strange to have that happen. And then in a particular episode, I think it was towards like the end of the series, there was like a new captain on the Enterprise, and he's like, yeah, we can't have you walking around like that. Put on a proper uniform. And so she did, and everyone thought it was going to be the most unpopular thing ever. And for some reason, her in a uniform, she grew in popularity. Her toys sold more, oddly enough. It was the weirdest thing because they always thought sex sells. That's part of the reason why she wears the outfits that she wears. But then they put her in a uniform and she sold better, and she was more
Right.
liked.
Yeah. Yeah, I assumed they had her continuity wise. I assumed it was like, well, she kind of wanted to make her seem more relaxed and dressed down or something, or you know what I mean, like less professional. But then it sounds
Well,
like they changed. Yeah.
it was a weird thing in the beginning of Star Trek of the Next Generation, because if you ever saw like the first couple episodes of the first season, all the women were in like the mini skirt uniforms like they were in the original Star Trek. The mini skirt uniforms that they had in the original. I don't know if you recall those
Oh
ones,
right.
but
Yeah.
they did that in Next Generation as well because they kept that going. But for some reason, they switched to just regular uniforms, which I think was probably the appropriate thing because let's be honest, it's like it was a good thing
Yeah.
for them. We'll go a little bit more mature, but we'll still have some things here and there.
Yeah, a little more modern touch.
Star Trek is
Yeah,
a
actually, when the
weird
original Star Trek came out, yeah, it's
like
understandable.
Star Trek is a weird thing in that it tackles really mature and really intelligent themes in their storytelling and everything. And so when you put people in more scantily clad outfits and all that, it kind of takes away from it. It makes it feel less mature. So it's like it's kind of like an in between. It's like if you're telling a story about like a military crew or like anything like that, it kind of makes sense to put them in uniforms. Plum and mini scripts
Yeah.
is a bit weird. Not gonna lie.
Well, and
So
also,
I
like,
go to
Star Trek is
okay.
interesting in that most of the action is either really campy or it's just not even happening.
mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there's no.
Yeah, so much of it that is just like discussions on the bridge.
Very rarely is there like a sequence where somebody's in a brawl for their life.
Like I
And
think
even when they are, it's not done very well. like,
yeah, I think
Right.
you're
and
right.
I think
It,
that's one of the mistakes they made with this new one is they added a lot of those kind of fights, like your typical
I
action movie fodder shit.
I think that they got people and they're working on stuff that's just not in their wheelhouse. Like these are people who are clearly not interested in doing intelligent conversations. That partially because they probably can't do that.
The
So
number of times I've seen, and not just on like Star Trek, but just in general, where they have people working on like a product or something that didn't work out, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we were told not to watch the source material." Like all the
yeah,
time.
Dude,
That happens all the time. So I
it's
wouldn't be
so
surprised if that's, what's going
it's
on. Is they
so
just
utterly
never seen
insane.
anything to Star Trek before.
Yeah, they do not care about continuity, about shit that just should not happen in the universe that's been established, and they're just like,
well,
yeah, fuck you, existing fans.
I think part of the
It's
problem.
the most bizarre fucking. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think part of the problem is that like if you want to propel things forward, it means like if you bring someone in, then they have to go through a lot of reading because you got to go through all the source material and all that kind of stuff. It's like if you want to work on a Marvel comic book and you want to continue the story, you have to know everything that came before, or at least as much of it as you can, and that's too much research. It's like you want to bring on a writer into Star Trek. Well, I guess I have to watch all the original, all of Next Generation, all of Deep Space Nine, and all of Voyager just to understand what's going on. Oh, don't forget the movies. Like that's a lot of research. So they probably tell people, yeah, don't go through the source material, just tell whatever, and then they'll get like the nerds to come in and patch things in, which doesn't
Yeah, I was
really
gonna
work.
say they should have a couple people there to be can't really happen in this universe, and it seemed like they kind of did away with last decade or so. And they're just like, yeah, just do whatever.
Well, in the Marvel movies, that's actually what they did because in the early on, there was an entire department that was all about, which had a whole research team that talked about like the lore of the history of the characters and different comics and different variations, and so anything that had to get approved had to be approved by them because they have to go through and make sure it made sense. That's why if you look at those early Marvel movies, they were actually, while they made some differences here and there, they were still relatively close to the comics. And it was pretty good. And then Kevin Feige came in saying, well, problem is that we spent so much time going back and forth with these people about the lore and the history that the movies take longer than they should and it costs more money. So then they were able to say, yeah, okay, we're going to give Kevin Feige total control over Marvel Studios. And one of the first things he did is he fired all those people and got rid of them. And when that happened, you got a whole whack of people coming in, and they're all directors. None of them know the history. None of them know what they're doing because that's not their job. A director is supposed to direct a movie and make sure the project's moving smoothly. If you want the story and all that to work, you need to get that's a whole different department. Like it's rare that directors are also the writers of the scripts. So that's part of the problem we're getting into. In Star Trek, it's the same thing. They went through all this, and
Yeah.
and for me, the most egregious for me personally, because you guys won't know this, you didn't have this, but when I was a kid, one of my favorite cartoon shows was a show called Beast Wars, or in Canada it was called Beasties. And Beast
Yeah, I
Wars is
saw
a
Beast Wars when I wasn't a kid, but
Transformers,
yeah,
Transformers, yes.
yeah, Transformers. I
yeah, Optimus
fucking
Prime was a
love
big
that show.
monkey.
Yeah, I fucking love that show. That show was incredible. I loved everything about it. And they had 3 seasons, and then they had another one, but then they decided, well, we're going to bring in a new director, new writers, and this is Hasbro's decision. And they said, you don't have to watch the original source material, just do whatever. Here's a character synopsis, tell your story. And that show fucking sucked. It was called Beast Machines, and it was
Yeah.
terrible. And what ended up happening is that the first season came out, and the guys who were working on it, because I gotta say, they weren't bad people. They just didn't have any information, and their show was so hated, and they were actually devastated because they were looking forward to on this kind of thing. And so when they saw what happened, they went back and they watched Beast Wars against Hasbro's recommendation. And when they finished the watching all of Beast Wars, they were like, "This is why people hate us. We didn't do this, this, and this. We skipped this. We like." And then they didn't know the
Like, oh
full
yeah, I
lore.
don't blame them.
Oh yeah, so that was a case where it's like, I don't like Beast Wars, but man, I love the people who worked on it because they knew where they fucked up. They knew when things went wrong, and they wanted to improve all that. So that's why I don't hate Beast War or Beast Machines, because a lot of people do. Also, fun
That's
fact.
why I don't hate Kristen Stewart. Like, yeah, she got in some shitty fucking movies, but you know, gotta get paid, man. Gotta make money.
I was gonna say a fun fact. Beast Wars was the pitch was there was a science fiction show, and they were talking to all their inspirations, and half the writing team were actually Star Trek writers.
Oh, there we go.
They even brought in certain Star Trek sci-fi lingo in Beast Wars every now and then, and so just because there's some similarities, they talk about various like dilithium crystals or something like that. I can't remember, but they have a similar sci-fi jargon as they do in Star Trek, which had caused some people to think that the shows might be connected in some way, just because they don't. Star Trek doesn't go into deep lore over their history, and neither does the Transformers. So it's possible that they're in the same universe. And there were Transformers Star Trek crossovers in the past, both in comics and in I can't remember what the other medium was. I think it was card games and stuff. So some people speculate that Star Trek and Transformers are actually in the same world. Just putting that out there.
Have either of you
Star Trek and Ninja Turtles are in the same universe according to the toys.
Yeah, according to the toys, yeah.
Have either of you guys seen any of the three body?
Three what?
You cut out there.
Yeah.
You cut out.
The three body problem. The science fiction is based on a
It sounds
bunch of
familiar.
books.
I can't remember it offhand, but
I saw the first one, first episode.
Okay. Any good?
It's okay. It's a bit weird.
Yeah. Are you familiar with any of that, like the books or any of that, or no?
No, but I think the history of the making of it was interesting.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy fucking universe the dude created, dude. But yeah, I was curious because I never read the books. Sci-fi shit, and he's really into.
Well, what I do know about it is that in the making of it is that there was like a Chinese, I think it was like a billionaire or whatever. He wanted to actually produce, like his version of Star Wars. Like I want like my Star Wars and all that. So he wanted to get science fiction, and he thought the three body problem would be an interesting thing to do. But one of the producers. What's that?
The concepts that they go through in that series. It's some crazy theories and shit, or not theories, but whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but the concepts they introduce about the possibilities is fucking interesting. Really out there.
I was going to say, the other thing about it is that the producer of it, who really didn't understand the concept, didn't understand what he was doing, because he was clearly not set up to do this kind of a job. But in China, they don't have that big of a film thing, and they were trying to do it independently of any other film studios, so they're trying to keep it original. And that guy was way over budget, didn't know what he was doing, was causing a huge mess. Eventually, they just sort of got someone else to replace him, and then they put him in like a downgrade position in the studio. And then the whole project started going a lot more smoothly. So great. Problem is that producer did not like being demoted like that. He was very enraged. So what he ended up doing is he was essentially assigned to just get everyone coffee. That's pretty much it, which is hugely embarrassing. But at least he didn't get fired. He still got a job and all that. And so what the guy ended up doing is he was poisoning all the coffee. And he ended up killing a bunch of people and the director.
Well, yeah, everybody's been drinking coffee fucking hardcore on any given set. The hours are usually like, 12 to 16 hour days standard.
Exactly. And
for
so
most productions.
here's the producer trying to fucking kill him. Anyway, I just wanted to point that little bit of
Jeez.
lore out there.
Cool. All right,
The
I
guy
just
was
posted the channel that I watch. It's called Quinn's Ideas.
Mhm.
He does a bunch of different stuff. So I just posted the playlist for the three body problem. If you guys are bored and interested, because he does a great job of going through it all.
that reminds me. I need to
It
download
sounds
some
familiar,
audiobook.
but I don't think I've ever.
Yeah, I only became aware of it. Like again, I came across
Yeah, I never read
stuff
sci-fi
for.
much when I was a kid. I always aired
Yeah,
towards fantasy.
no, dude, I was crazy. Dude, I read like fucking everything of Isaac I could. For the
Yeah,
most part, that was the
I
main.
did read like Heinlein and stuff like that. So I didn't. It's not like I didn't ever read any sci-fi. But yeah, it was
Right,
just
right.
not a ton of it.
Yeah,
Did
yeah. As a kid, it was literally just as for me. Like I branched out since, but yeah, as a kid, all did. I just
And
read
then
every
Dragon
single
Riders
fucking
of
one I
Pern, which is kind of like a fantasy sci-fi.
Yeah, I kind of branched
Dragon
out.
Riders.
Dude, I love Clive Barker's shit. His fucking books are amazing. His shit is like it's labeled horror, but it's fucking fantasy than horror, in
Dark
my opinion.
fantasy, maybe. I've never really
Yeah,
gone
like
through
it's
Clive
a
Barker stuff, but that makes sense if it's like
yeah,
darker.
no, yeah, no,
I
yeah. His shit is very much yeah. It's definitely fantasy, magic shit, whatever you want to call it. Horrifying stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a little more fantasy than horror. I had a discussion with a guy, and there's a in Carlsbad where my mom is here, northern San Diego, basically. There's a bookstore called Fahrenheit 451, and I had a discussion with him about the book Weave World.
Huh.
It was interesting. He's like, you know what I'd like to see, because we were talking about Barker. I was buying a Clive Barker book from his place, and yeah, because he's like, you know what I'd like to see made into something. And I'm like, what, Weave World? And he's like, yes. And I had like a fucking half-hour discussion with the guy about it. Pretty fun. Yeah, that book's very, yeah, that one's nuts. Fucking great book though. Okay, sorry. I mean to derail everything. Hey, fuck, we're done, dude. It's fucking quarter after.
yeah.
Yeah. Unless anybody else. What else? Anything else?
So I decided to break my diet for a little bit, just because I'm taking it easy until after my trip to Florida. So I went out and I had myself some Popeyes today.
Ooh.
Popeyes chicken.
Yeah.
Haven't had that for a while. Thought I'd try out spicy, because it was just out of a whim. I've never been very good with spicy, but I have it up there, and I'm like, oh, this is actually not bad, and it doesn't bother me in the slightest. Fuck yeah! I wolfed it all down. And, it was pretty good. That little break I had there, when I was away there for a bit, yeah, that was the chicken coming out the other end, and it fucking burns.
Dude, it's so fucking good. Yeah, I don't get that anymore. I'm conditioned over the years living in Arizona to anything spicy, but yeah, it's so goddamn good though. Fuck.
I am not conditioned to the burn. That was not something I was used to. I was like, holy shit, that's what I get for eating spicy chicken.
Gotta eat ice cream right afterwards, man.
Oh my god, yeah, maybe I should
some
have.
kind of dairy. Some kind of dairy helps. Oh fuck.
Put some
man.
yogurt on your
Yikes.
asshole, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, work your way up, man. Like get some Louisiana hot. Use that on food. That's fantastic on all kinds of shit.
Anyway, I thought I'd
Work your way
regale you with my stories from the bathroom. So
I'm
Appreciate
glad
it.
we shared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's a perfect ending. I mean, yeah, for the show, kind of is, yeah. All right.
It's a natural ending
all right.
to it.
Y'all good?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. For everybody not listening, bye-bye.